Chunky. Just like makes no sense whenever I sing about. Pancake batter dipped in breadstick, onion rings and purple lipstick.
Oh, we're here, guys. We're here on the Wednesday. We're about 15 minutes late.
Bicycles and Neosporin. I'm not fun, but I'm not boring. These two dogs are hairy bastards. They looked up like, who, me?
Look at me. The dogs are in here tonight.
Play Freebird! Freebird!
John just made this up as we're live right now.
What if I play like a clip of... Because I really wanted to record this cover song because it's been in my mind for like the last 4 months with everything, you know, with my job and everything.
Yeah.
Can I play a clip of 2 different versions and you tell me which one you like better? Or
Yeah,
will we get sued?
Sued by who?
You said Foo. King Foo Fighter came after us. So
yeah, if they hear it, they'll definitely.
What if I'm paying homage?
Exactly.
I'm paying homage.
If they hear it, they're going to be like, we want some of your. I mean, we don't make any money on these anyway, but they're going to say we want half of whatever you're making. So if we make 3 cents, they're going to take
all of it or just half of it.
Half of it.
All right, so
the other half. What
if we give away some really important information in this, and then we can't? So I'll do it another time.
Oh yeah, if we give really important information, this video goes viral for whatever reason,
and then they get and then Dave Grohl gets half of it.
Dave Grohl will get half of it because he needs that.
He does. Everybody, you know,
more than we do.
All right, play Metallica.
Play Metallica. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Wednesday Live. We are here, John and I, with the pups. The pups are in the room tonight. Well, Zeke's over there being a good boy, waiting on the other side. Oh, man.
All right, I played us in.
Coughlin. Ryan, what's up, Ryan? We got to hang out. How do you live so close and we never hang out? Okay, so John's got snacks. I went downstairs and I grabbed all the snacks that I've accumulated over the...
Snacks. All right, so I've already started eating the Figgy Pops.
Figgy Pops, okay. Yeah, made in nature.
How
are they? Do you like them?
No, they're really good. They're like
little peanut butter
jelly. They're like little energy balls.
My favorite.
Charlie makes these and It's Always Sunny.
Oh, he does?
I mean, probably not.
With his kitten mittens.
Probably not these.
Play Nickelback. That's a good one. Look at this grass.
All right, so and then we got these
Alter Eco.
I already started eating these before we even went live.
So Alter Eco makes really good chocolate, but that's coconut cluster, and I'm just trying to stay away from the coconut. To me, coconut is like cocaine for some people, you know. So yep.
Oh,
staying away from it.
Yes.
Okay, so we went to the Buffalo Vegfest last Sunday.
We did.
Wait a minute, was it Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
it was pretty fun.
It was a lot of fun.
The only thing that wasn't fun is getting no sleep and driving 3 hours there, and on the way back I was like yelling to stay awake. I'm like, stay awake!
I know, you were all by yourself. I felt bad.
I was so tired.
And that table, those 2 tables, I can't do that again because the table landed on the auxiliary cord, and I think I broke Kristen's Jeep, but don't tell her. Is she in here?
You broke the Jeep? Like, what did you do?
Do you know the auxiliary cord that comes out? So I can listen to music?
Oh, yeah.
The table slid off the dashboard.
And hit it?
And I think it doesn't work right now. But
did you need a new cord, or did it break the inside?
That's the mystery. I don't know. We don't have the technology to find out right now.
You know what? We need to go take your car apart right now. Let's go.
We take my whole car apart and then realize it wasn't my car. It was Kristen's.
It wasn't, yeah.
All right. So, yeah. VegFest was a lot of fun. A lot of familiar faces. A beautiful venue.
Marina, Zeke is being a good boy today. Today he's being pretty cute and pretty good. So let's hopefully I didn't jinx it because he's up on the table now. No. See, now as soon as you said that, I got to say no, and I hate having to do that. Is my hair short? I don't know. Is your hair shorter?
Yes. I just shaved.
My hair is not shorter, but I think I'm going to do a video of me cutting. I just washed it. That's why it's down right now, because I went for a run today, and now I washed it. What is that?
Organic mulberries?
Dried mulberries.
Yeah. Have you ever had mulberries?
Well, listen to this. When I go running with Noah Craig, there's a mulberry tree up at Green Lake, so when we're done, we
Oh, they're so good, aren't they? There's
so
one
good.
down in Ithaca by where the farmer's market.
Yeah. But it makes me wonder, like, it's a tree, right? It's a mulberry tree. No, I don't. It's a mulberry tree. But why is the song all around the mulberry bush? I mean, is there a bush, too?
I don't know.
Okay.
We have the technology right here to find out.
We do. We don't want to do that, though. We don't want to clog up the stream and make it go. How are we today, guys? Is it a nice audio? Is it a nice video? My computer was kind of lagging when we were trying to get that thumbnail out to you guys.
The secret's out, Weave Magic. I'm bald.
When's the blood result vid dropping? I was thinking about that today, but I got all these other ones that I have to put out too. So I did that collab video that I just put out yesterday with Noah Craig. So it should be soon, because I was thinking about it. I just got to sit down and film it for you guys. I'm trying to be more structured. Thanks to advice from one of you in the chat, I'm trying to keep more to a schedule. But anyway, what was I just gonna say? I forgot. I go anyway.
We were talking about Vegfest.
Oh wait. Wait. The video that I just put out was about protein, and I kind of did a satire video about vegans and the protein myth. So I ended up making over 100 grams of protein per day for my daily intake for food.
Wow.
Not even really trying, just making things that are just normal, all oil free, all whole foods pretty much. I'm trying to think, yeah. So anyway, go check that video out. Show leg Craig. Back to the Vegfest. Anyway, that was I liked the venue this year. It was a new venue. Last year it was out in the open and we were getting direct sunlight, just like giving us sunburn.
It was a hot one.
So
last year.
hot.
This year it was completely covered. Seemed like a really good turnout. A lot of people came up to the Mockingbird table and the Vegan Zombie table right next to each other. So that was fun.
Yeah. The only difference this year was this was the first Vegfest I went to where I actually didn't have any cookbooks to sell. That's unfortunate because people usually pick these up and we sign them, and we didn't have any. And it sucks when you have a cookbook but you don't have any.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but we still have the ebook. So anyway, what else? I ended up getting some of the soul food from Buffalo Plant Burger.
I had your leftovers.
It was good.
It was really good.
The seitan, the mac and cheese. Whoa.
Yeah.
And I also had a carrot dog.
We had the breakfast pizza too to start the day off. That was really good.
I don't know who made that, but that breakfast pizza, the crust was so good and flaky.
Like you were
I've never had a pizza. Well, actually, I did have my Thanksgiving leftover pizza was like that because I used the roll dough that I made. But anyways, that was really good. And then what else happened? There was that. What was the other update you had that you want to talk about? The farm sanctuary.
Yeah. I don't know if I didn't really get approval to announce this, but I'm sure it's fine. But when Janelle went to put everybody away last night, I think it was Anne's eye. And one of the donkeys' eye was swollen, so it was 9 at night.
Is that the same one that happened like 6 months ago?
that was Peggy.
What is going on with your eyes?
We weren't sure. Like we were like maybe it was a bee sting or something. But it sounded the vet actually came out that late at night and met Janelle there. And
what time was it?
Geez, it was by the time the vet got out there, it was like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. But that's amazing. Janelle saw something and immediately like the vet responded and came right to the farm, and like I just wanted to give them a shout out because Joe and Janelle keeping it
Real?
Keeping it real at Mockingbird Farm, just doing everything out there. I wish I lived like 10 minutes away instead of 2 hours away. But everything's fine. It was just an allergic reaction to something. But I think everything's clearing up now.
She's good now?
She's good now. Yep.
Cool. I like happy endings like that. What are you doing?
Did you get the carrot dog?
I did. It was really good.
It was good?
It was good. I liked it. It had some jalapenos on it that when I was I got it and then I stood in line for the other thing and I was so hungry. I'm like, well, I don't want to bite into this yet, but maybe I'll pick at the jalapeno. Bad idea. And it was so hot. And I was like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But it was really good. The actual carrot dog was good. Good. And I forgot the name of the company, but it's in my pic. Oh, I'll just look it up. I'll look it up for you guys. It's the Buffalo stuff.
Buffalo stuff. Yeah, allergies are really nasty. The pups even here in Syracuse are trying to scratch, but it's not fleas either.
Syracuse pups?
My pups.
Oh, your
my
pups.
puppies. My babies, not. It's
called I Love Eden. I was gonna post it, but then I realized I made it look crappy because of the way I put the ketchup on. I should have went, like the squiggly squiggles, but that's how I did it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I started picking at the jalapenos. Let me show you the other thing that I had. Now here, let me just make sure you guys can see it. But this is the other thing I had. That is the soul food. Down at the corner is I think, sweet potatoes and then the seitan. And then the mac and cheese, collard, and greens. Super good. I mean, it was like $17, but
we got it last year too.
There's some weird phenomenon when you're out at a Vegfest and you're doing all this work and you haven't eaten. You like the prices of the things. It doesn't bother you. Like, I need food and this is all I can find. I'm gonna buy it. $20. Okay, whatever. Take my money.
Yeah, you're like, well, I lost money today.
I'll just try to sell another shirt. In the meantime, you're gonna try something else. These are all for you, by the way.
So Craig released a new video on the Hercules channel.
Okay.
The peanut butter one, dark chocolate peanut brittle.
Yeah, I was supposed to do one of those.
Can we go get some of that?
Yeah, of course.
That looks really good.
That was a secret announcement his mom gave in one of my videos.
I know, and that's why I've been looking forward to it. When I saw that video. I was like, yes. All right, so we got softer than brittle.
Peanut brittle soft.
If you want brittle that's soft, grab yourself a bag of softer than brittle.
All right.
It's like brittle but soft. It's good.
Holly wanted to know if I ever found out with the old horror movie. I did not, but I think what I'm going to do is watch the original Hill House to see if that scene is in there. I mean, the scene is still in my head from when I was little, but I haven't never seen that movie again. But I'm sure that if I did see it, I'd be like, oh my God, and I'd blow up the spot, and people would be like, what is wrong with you? John, you and Kristen should stop by Hercules. That would be a nice video. Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, what's that? John, get your hands off that.
You haven't hung out with Craig, have you? Not really.
Only when I got a pie shoved in my face.
That was it. And you barely. So we should all like invade Hercules when he's away right now at band camp.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, not band camp. He's at running camp. He actually called me today and had really bad service. But anyway, so what we wanted to talk about today is the Impossible Burger at Burger King.
It's making some waves here in Syracuse.
It's making some waves.
And we're going to talk about it because that's something that people are talking about.
Okay, so I'm going to give my expertise being a vegan of all these years, my personal thoughts on that, and then you can chime in, whatever. A lot of people are asking, a lot of people are writing to me about it, and I've done a little bit of research from Burger King and whatnot. So, first of all, I would say, a lot of people are saying they're going out and they're grabbing it and stuff. Okay, these are my personal thoughts as a vegan. So, I think first and foremost that Impossible Burger invading Burger King, which is one of the biggest restaurant chains probably in the world, next to McDonald's, is an incredibly good thing. Because the more people are going to be eating a plant-based burger instead of beef is a win for veganism. It's the future of veganism.
It's the future, period.
It is. And for whatever reason, I mean, you're not going to Burger King to eat something that's healthy, okay? The Impossible Burger is not a health food, okay? But neither are the beef burgers or, the chicken nuggets there, the fish or anything like that. You're not going to Burger King for health. And, I think it's a great option for people that may never have tried any vegan plant-based burgers ever in their life to be like, oh, what's this new thing on the menu? I'll give it a try and be like, holy cow, this is not a cow, So that's a step in the right direction. And just by the pure statistics and the numbers of people that go to Burger King for whatever reason, either if it's for to satisfy their taste buds, their pleasure, the fact that, it's cheap for them, they can't go anywhere else, they don't know anything, that's just how they were brought up, it's going to open some eyes, okay? And you're going to, by sheer numbers, you're going to get people that are going to start eating more vegan because they're going to have that opportunity to eat that. So that's a huge win for veganism. And I'm going to say this how I said it to you. I think the Impossible Burger being in Burger King right now is a huge win for veganism, but I don't think it's for vegans. And that's because it's not sold as a vegan burger. You have to do so many things to make that vegan. And I looked up the ingredients for the buns, and I'm not even sure if the buns are actual. I mean, they got so much junk in them in the first place. I don't even know if the buns are vegan. It does say on their site it contains allergens as eggs and soy and stuff like that. And that, usually it's because it's processed in the same place.
Yeah.
But the reason for this is because they put mayo on it. You could easily say no mayo, but you still don't know if the bun is vegan or not. There are some things in there that are questionable to me that I don't think are vegan. The patty itself is vegan, yes. Now, the way that they make these burgers, and I want to clarify this for a lot of people because some people are asking if they're using a separate grill or if they're not. So Burger King is known for their flame-broiled burgers. They don't use a grill at all. They actually have a conveyor belt that is much like a pizza oven where you put when you put the pizza on the oven and it comes out, it goes, about 10, 15 minutes and then it's done. Well, they have a conveyor belt for the burger patties. You put them right on the metal rack, the frozen patties, and then they flame broil them at a certain temperature for a certain time period. And you can see, I Googled it and I saw it on YouTube, an actual behind the scenes of them cooking it, and you can see all the juices from the beef and the grease pouring down into a vat. Now, that they don't clean that. They can't clean that because you just can't clean it while it's on. So that's the same way that they make your Impossible Burger. And your burgers are going through the conveyor belt. Now, they can microwave them, which is kind of gross, but you can get them microwaved. But you also got to remember they're wearing gloves and they're touching other burgers. So they're picking up your burger. They're not putting it through the flame broil. So once all the burgers and the patties go through the flame broil machine, they go into a little kind of bin, and then they go up to the production line, and they put them above where they're making the burgers, okay? And they pull out, a piece of parchment paper, and they grab the bun, and then they grab your burger, and then they grab the cheese and all the condiments that go on there. They make your burger, they wrap it up, they give it to you. So there's a big bin full of already cooked burgers, and then there's a bin of already cooked Impossible Burgers that have already gone through that and already got juices from the animal. I'm just going to say it as it is, from dead animal parts getting all over your burger. So right there, it's contaminating your burger. Now, there is the issue is okay, well, that's not why I'm vegan. I'm vegan for the ethics only. Sure, you're not buying into it. You're not buying into... but you kind of are, because when you buy that product, it's still, it goes off. They still charge you for the bun, for the mayo. Those are things that aren't vegan technically. So you're really kind of Frankenstein in it. Like I want it with this, or I'm going to bring in my own bun. I'm going to do it with this. Like it's just not worth it. Just wait until they have them available in the store and make them yourself. I mean, it's not only that, like it kind of creeps me out to go to Burger King to buy a burger. Like I would never want to step foot in Burger King for one. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And you can easily say, well, wait a minute, we shop at grocery stores that aren't all vegan. We shop there. Okay, and I get that argument, but Burger King it's Burger King. They're known to make burgers and fish and chicken, and that's what they're known for, okay? So, again, I think it's great for veganism, but not for vegans. I know personally I don't want any of my food to have animal juices on it from animal parts on my burger and eating that. And the other thing is maybe you found somebody that you could trust that says, look, I'm going to make it for you. I'm going to change my gloves. I'm going to make sure there's no cross-contamination whatsoever. And that's great if you can get somebody to do that. But there's like 14,000 Burger Kings worldwide. The chances are if you find somebody that does that, the other ones aren't doing it. The other ones, if you go through the drive-thru and you order that, they're likely touching other burgers and then touching your burger. And even if they do put it in the microwave, they still got the gloves on where they're touching other burgers constantly. And then they're putting your burger in the microwave. So I don't think that they're vegan friendly. I wouldn't personally eat them. No offense to anybody that has. But I think Burger King's not the place for vegans, but it's the place to possibly make vegans. I mean, I remember when I first went vegetarian, way back in 1990, and I was skating with my friends. I'm 14 years old. I'm skateboarding. I don't have any money, right? So the only place in town, the small little town that I lived, that you could go eat, well, I mean, there was a couple of places, but one of them was it was Burger King. And at the time, they had 2 burgers, 2 fries, $2. We're just 14. We don't have any money. We have $2 between the both of us. And we stopped at Burger King, and we said, we want the 2 fries, 2 burgers, $2, but we don't want the burgers on the buns. And that's how we would get it. So we'd get like the burgers, and this was us just learning about being vegetarian 30 years ago, So, that was a learning experience. But everything that I know now, like personally, like I would say save your money and wait for it to be in the store or go somewhere else. But, I think it's great. I think it's great for people that aren't vegan, that aren't vegetarian, that are looking to try something that might be a bit healthier for them. They don't have that cholesterol factor. They don't have the animal protein causing the cancers and stuff. And they might want to try to eat a little bit healthier. And that could be a step in the right direction to saying, like, I'm going to start trying other vegan foods now that I tried the Burger King Impossible Burger because I couldn't tell the difference or whatever. Because a lot of people have said, wow, I can't believe that that's a vegan burger. I don't know if I missed anything on that. What do you guys think? What do you think?
I'm like absorbing all your points right now, and you make a lot of really good points. Because originally I was like, well, let's go let them know that it was a good idea to put a plant-based burger on the menu with our dollars. That was before I found out you got to get it without the mayo, and you got to just make sure you do it this way, and you got to make sure you do it. You got to like do it. It's not really a vegan burger. So after learning that now there's questions about the bun and all of that stuff that you just said about it being, that's gross to me. Would I tell somebody that they're not vegan for going to Burger King? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't. Let me ask you this: is honey vegan? 100% honey's not vegan. You can say that, right? Can a vegan go to Burger King and eat it and still say they're vegan? Is that vegan to you? It's not vegan friendly, and I agree with that.
Look, I basically I'm not here to tell people that they're not vegan or not, but I will say that there is a definite if you start like skewing the line here and open it up for interpretation, there is a definition to veganism, and from the very first day I went vegan, I knew what that definition is, and it's not for me to decide what vegan is or what it's not. Like this in no way is like attacking anybody or trying to offend anybody.
Right.
But there is a definition for veganism, and that is being not exploiting animals, not eating them, not wearing them, is as practical as possible. And I don't think it's practical. Like you can say like, well, it wasn't practical for me not to go to Burger King. I think you can find other things to do with your money than to go to Burger King and eat a burger that is. But here's the thing, like if somebody were to ask me, hey, if somebody was not vegan, now I would totally say this, if somebody was not vegan and say, is there some place that you would recommend that I could try something vegan? I'm like, do you ever go to Burger King? And they're like, yeah, I go to Burger King once a week. I'm like, next time you go to Burger King, instead of buying a Whopper, try the Impossible Burger. Now, I would recommend that. You know, I mean, I know it's not, I don't consider it to be a vegan how it is, but I would want them to try that because, you know, mainly I want them to try the meat part of it and say, okay, yeah, that was good. I'm like, all right, you liked it. You're not going to be making fun of vegans anymore in our food. Okay, so now that you tried something legit, go to the store and try some of these things.
Yeah. Now, let's just take this into a different light here. Somebody that Kristen works with, not vegetarian, went and got the Impossible Burger the day it came out just to give it a try. That's somebody that's not vegan, so it's...
Yeah, and now...
Now say you know how Meatless Monday is a thing? Every Meatless Monday, people are going to go to Burger King because they know they can get that vegan or that plant-based burger. So, as you're saying, it's part of the evolution, but listening to you speak and seeing some people on the thread here talking about how you're giving money to a business, that's a very good point. Burger King is never going to be in the business of being all vegan. I don't think, but maybe
50 years in the future we got vegan Burger King.
You know, you do look at that dairy farm that is now a almond, or I don't know, they are milk-based, plant-based milk farm. So maybe the power of the dollar can speak loudly where a vegan chicken comes in. What was that?
That was my hair tie.
Oh, I thought it was like a bat or something. I was like,
I don't know if you guys saw that. It just flung across the room.
So, like you said, it is a great step for the evolution of people starting to eat more plant-based. But like you said, it is not for vegans. It's gross. If you can go somewhere else, probably do it. But if you want to go and try it, I don't know. I mean, I don't see the harm in it unless now that the buns...
Okay, so Potato Love said, I got one today, but I'm also not a militant vegan. I feel that if we cause the demand, then we are going to move forward at this point. I just want to make clear that John and I are by no means, we are not militant vegans, and I want to make that clear. I actually don't agree with militant vegans. I think it's counterproductive to veganism, but I don't think this issue is militant either. And I don't think that this is a purist thing. I think it's just logical, to be honest with you.
And it's a great topic to be. I mean,
I think a lot of people don't.
There's a plant-based burger being sold like nationwide right now in our country, and we're fighting about it a little bit, but that's okay because we're trying to get towards the right answer.
I want people to know, like, I mean, when they think that there's a plant-based burger, as a vegan burger there, they're like, oh, I can just have them make it on a separate grill. So I did a little research before I'm spewing all this. You know, this isn't nonsense. This is the truth about Burger King. And I found out, you know, how they make them, how they grill them, how they flame broil them. And your burger is likely has animal grease on it. And to me, that's disgusting and not vegan.
Yeah.
And if that happened to you accidentally, I'm not saying, like, it was an accident. I'm not saying you're not vegan.
But it's not something you'd want to keep doing.
Exactly. Like, I wanted people to be aware of how it is being made because it's easy to find this information out, but I would say that a lot of people probably aren't doing that. They're probably just hearing, oh, there's a vegan burger at Burger King, I'm going to go try it. But it's very likely, I would need clarification, but looking at the ingredients that I saw for the bun, I highly doubt that the bun is vegan. It's got all kinds of... chemicals and mono and diglycerides and all kinds of stuff in it. And not to say that mono and diglycerides aren't, I mean, they're usually vegan in bread, in doughs like that. But there's ingredients in...
Why do they make these things impossible to open?
Yeah, I know. Wait, well, here, I got a knife.
No, I can do it. I got it.
But this is the knife you open everything with.
Oh... Grain-free paleo puffs. No cheesiness.
Okay, so we got the unbleached, unrich flour. I'm just going to go through some of the things that I'm wondering if they're vegan or not. The sugar in our liquid sugar. Yeast. That was good. More of the following. Calcium sulfate, calcium carbonate, monocalcium phosphate, dough conditioners. distilled monodiglycerides, sodium stearate, lactylate, ascorbic acid, mono and diglycerides, calcium stearate, lactylate, calcium peroxide, datum. The datum is questionable too because I think they first started that with an animal culture. Maltodextrin, ascorbic acid. That's questionable. I think somebody would have to call Burger King main line and just ask about those ingredients.
Yeah. Paleo puffs. I'm paleo. Bro.
New Life says, for me, some militant vegans are those who just find fault in everything you do and weren't really vegan because you kept your leather furniture. I agree. Those are and I just want to be clear, we're not finding fault in anything he's doing. I'm just making a public announcement as a vegan about my opinion on the Beyond Burger. I am not saying anything to anybody that has eaten the burger or gone there or is planning on doing that. I'm giving my opinion as a vegan with the Impossible Burger. I definitely not being militant about it. Produce says you can get a vegan milkshake at Baskin-Robbins now. So the thing that people don't know is, I think I said this before in the last one, but Baskin-Robbins had vegan ice cream back in 1995 when I moved to Florida. My girlfriend at the time worked there, and I think there was like 3 flavors.
Dole Whip or something else?
No, it was kind of like, there was a chocolate kind of, it was kind of like a sorbet. Still really good.
That's the snack of the night, man.
That?
Yeah.
Oh, can I try one? Nope. You're like, all right, that was good.
They're really good, man. I want like a whole bag of them.
I cranked the air conditioner and it's still so hot up here.
I gotta wash them down with something sweet now, though.
Well, there's probably something in this. Here, there's this Sun Warrior Soul Good protein bar. There you go.
Oh.
Okay.
Fruity dried rings.
Vegan Metalhead said, I thought the Impossible Burger patties had... No, the actual burger patty itself is completely plant-based. It's completely... They don't consider themselves to be a vegan company, but the patty itself is, by all definition, vegan. They did test on animals, so that's not very vegan. They don't currently test on animals, but they said that they will not rule out doing that again in the future.
That's what bothers me.
Straight from the top guy told me on the phone.
It's like if there's a product that you want to put in something that's tested on animals, don't put it in.
Yeah, Burger King is not saying this is a vegan burger. By the way, they're not saying it's a vegan burger. They're just saying they got the new Impossible plant-based burger there, but they're not saying anything about being vegan, and that's because there's mayo on it. I don't know if they put cheese on it. That can be optional. You can take the cheese off. You can ask for the mayo off it. But the way it comes, it has mayo on it. You said Kristen got one and she tried to microwave and they still put mayo on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up. So they don't really know. If they're doing that, then they're not really trained. They're there making burgers. They're not there making vegan things. Mm-hmm. And there's so much contamination there already. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't bring my vegan food there and have them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like once you stop in a Burger King, it's contaminated. That's just me. It's probably a lot of other people too, but I don't know what this phenomenon is all over the Facebook page too, and like people are just like arguing over about like being vegan or not, and it's like I don't know why so many people are killing to try it, dying to try it. You know?
Yeah. I think I guess it was the excitement of holy crap, a plant-based burger is at one of the biggest fast food chains, but coconut jerky.
Yeah, I heard that Subway is going to be doing the Beyond Meatballs for Meatball Sub. That's cool. Back in the day when I first went vegetarian and vegan, I used to go to Subway and get like a big veggie sub and then doctor it up with some Veganese and some, later on with the vegan cheese, the Tofu singles, and even like the Harvest Burger. And at one point they had, like 20 years ago, Subway had like a veggie burger. They had two of them because one of them wasn't vegan, but they had a vegan one too as well. And it was only at certain locations.
Man, when I went to Ithaca College,
yeah,
they had these seitan burgers that were square that they made at the cafe on campus. Oh my, they were so good. I want to find those.
The seitan burger. Do you know? I think Shortstop had the seitan burgers too. They had the seitan slices, but also like burgers. I'd never had it.
The coconut jerky produce. I gotta try another piece because I didn't love it, but it's also raw. It's super healthy.
The coconut.
Raw, gluten-free, refined sugar-free.
Look at these. Everything's open over here. You got like, you've tried like 8 things already. There's also a Portobello one. We got 72 people watching. Guys, go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you like these videos live. Okay, so I did mention that earlier on, Lucas. Lucas says, is there any argument that cross-contamination contributes to animal cruelty or exploitation, or is it just a gross thing? I said that earlier. Like, so it would still be ethical if you're not buying into it and you're just giving your dollar for a vegan product. If there was a contamination, because you're not buying into that, that's just like part of what happened. Yeah, it would only be the gross factor. But as far as that burger goes, again, it's not like a completely vegan burger. So when you're giving your dollar for that, it's still going towards the non-vegan mayo. Again, I don't know about the bun. It doesn't look vegan, but it may be vegan. It may be just like a really junk food vegan bun. I don't know about it, but of course the burger, going towards the burger, which probably was the most expensive part of it. Your dollar will be mostly going there.
And I really, guys, I think it's important to try not to get into an argument about this. If you don't want to go to Burger King, don't go to Burger King. If the next door neighbor wants to go support a plant-based burger, just let it go. There's other fights that
I'm not telling anybody they're not vegan.
You shut up. I'm just kidding.
But there's a clear line of what vegan is and what vegan's not. And I know for me that I don't want any kind of animal, anything in my body if I can do everything I can to help it.
I'm not talking more about you. I'm talking about what I'm seeing on like Syracuse Facebook vegan and Rochester.
Yeah, no, I know people are fighting about it.
People are actually getting really defensive and upset. It's like just let, this is one of those.
People are getting mad about it, but like some of these people are doing, like I even chimed in and basically all I'm saying is here in this video and on the post I made is, hey, not attacking anybody, but again, in a nutshell, this is an amazing thing for veganism, but it's not for vegans. They didn't make this for vegans.
It's not advertised for vegans.
No, it's not.
It's just advertised as
if it was, it would be a vegan thing, and they would find a different way to cook it, which they don't have another way to cook it. Who wants a burger that's microwaved? On top of that, how many other burgers are in there? They microwave the other burgers in there too. When they get a little bit cold, they'll put them in there. So you have real beef in there, and then you have your burger in there. Nobody wants that.
I do think it's good though for people that are vegan. I'm not saying you or me, because that is like, that's cringeworthy. Like thinking about that. But somebody needs to know: is this thing any good? It's being microwaved.
Is it? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because this
was Kristen able to try it?
No. This is a plant-based burger that we're talking about. So we need to know. Is this good? Does this represent plant-based vegan eventually? Because if it's a microwave burger and it's not going to sell well, then they need to figure out something else anyway,
Grimes wants to know if Subway contaminated. Now, Subway is a place kind of like Chipotle where you can watch them make your food. So as long as you know what bread's vegan and obviously the veggies, and you just watch them make your food. So I would much rather go to Subway than like something like Burger King. Obviously, I wouldn't go to Burger King, but if there was another place like Burger King, like that I can't watch them make my food, That's why I don't have any problem with Core or Chipotle or Subway.
Yeah, you're watching it happen.
Although I haven't been to Subway in, I can't remember, at least probably 10 years or so. And then the other thing was, Kenzie says, hi, John and Chris. Hi, Kenzie. Watching with my friend Sky, who through my education has been vegan for 1 month. Congratulations, Sky. And he's loving your channel so far, which is great since the both of you are favorite content creators. Awesome. Thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Pixie's been vegan for a year now. Congrats. There's no reason, Zeke, for you to be whining. I let you out. I gave you a treat. I fed you. Why are you whining?
Come here.
If it's not vegan, then it's not good for veganism, period. I completely disagree with that, Grimes. I would much rather people be choosing this plant-based burger than a beef burger. This is huge for veganism. And Burger King is one of the most successful restaurant chains in the world. So that plant-based burger is in front of millions of people now. And millions of people can go try it for themselves, and maybe that might spark them to go vegan, whereas maybe the rest of that burger is not vegan. Maybe they ate that burger with the mayo on it and cheese on it, but they like that burger, and now they want to look for it. Now they're making better choices. It's a slippery slope in a good way. So yeah, I think this is hugely great for veganism. You got to think of scenarios like that and how this can affect people.
Produce Not Pills says it's my fault that he's whining because he keeps hearing all the bags.
Probably.
Sorry.
You know what? Produce Not Pills sent some treats, so maybe I'll give them a treat. We got Mother Hubbard grain-free pick of the patch oven baked dog biscuits, pumpkin and carrot. So we have to try them first.
Oh.
And then they can try them. Will you guys stop whining if I give you one?
Probably not. They're probably gonna whine more.
They better not.
Somebody asked when my Kristen's next live YouTube's gonna be, and that's gonna be. I'm planning next Thursday. We're gonna do an every other Thursday. Give me this.
Every other week. Yep.
Yeah, every other Thursday we're gonna do a live stream, and go from there. I said it last week. Kristen and I are having so much fun making these YouTube videos.
What are you doing?
We're laughing.
Yeah,
we're laughing. We're having a good time.
Go seats. Pops. Zeke, look at this. There you go. Zeke, seriously? Zeke, look. Ready? Go get it. I swear to God. And he's like the smartest dog. Zeke's like down here.
See, dog. I'm sorry I'm late to the stream, but can I make the We're literally trying to get on to the next subject.
Zeke. Ready? Zeke? Jeez. No, Indy. No. This was bad because now they're bagging. Here. Indy. There.
Oh, what's this?
No, that's a fruit squeeze.
A fruit squeeze?
Yeah, you know.
A good old-fashioned fruit squeeze. We are live. What does he have to type in? JJ wants to watch.
Yeah, I probably could eat the dog food produce. I don't know if I'd want it, though. No, go seats. Now you're being bad. How's the weather? The weather's nice. It's not too hot today. It rained today. I don't know if it's raining right now. Is it?
All right, so
it's raining.
Orange peach. I'm gonna go for it.
Orange peach.
Is this a juice or is it Is it like a?
They probably genetically modified the orange and the peach, and they said get together.
A porridge.
I was gonna say
nothing as good as that.
Or each. Anyway.
Oh, it's good. No added sugar.
What do you do about leather seats on airplanes? Now that is something that is not practical. Like, if you can practically avoid Burger King, you can't. If you have to travel.
Excuse me.
That's like saying
change that seat.
That's like saying I can't drive my car, I can't get gas, I can't go into a building and breathe the air that has been cycled through filters. That's drawing the line.
However,
it's not practically possible.
You could sit in the toilet. That is porcelain.
I've never been in a bathroom on a plane.
You never pooped on a plane?
I never.
You're not part of the Mile High Poopers Club? You never been? Listen, I toured overseas, and we had like an 18-hour flight.
We could have an 18-hour video about you traveling overseas. 18-hour flight, that's ridiculous.
18-hour flight.
Jeremy wants me to go to Thailand with him. I'm like, well, how long is the flight? He's like, well, it's 19 hours. But I'm like, he's like, but it's like 9 hours and then another 9 hours. I'm like, I can't.
That sounds terrible, right?
I mean, I would have to be first class, and I've never had a first. Remember the day I could have had a first class?
Yeah.
Oh my God. We went in and I basically went in. It was the LA airport, and me and John were coming back from, I think, an expo. And I just went up to the counter, and I told the lady, I'm like, I'm so claustrophobic. I'm just asking you, please, can I have an aisle seat? I'm so claustrophobic. And then we got on the plane, and then it was like, Chris Cooney, come up front. And I'm like, what did I do? And I went up there, and they're like, we've got a complimentary first class seat for you. And this was like a legit big plane. So the first class seat like had glass divider. It had like a rollback seat. It was like the most luxurious first class I had ever seen. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, they're like, do you want it for, complimentary? And I was like, no, that's okay. I'm going to go sit with my friend because I didn't want to leave you back there. So I went back to sit with you. And I told you, I said, they were going to give me the first class. And I just said, and you go, are you kidding me? I don't care if you don't sit by me. And then the lady in front of me was like, you're crazy. And so I ran back up there to say, I'll take it. But somebody already had it. And I was like, that was like the one time in my life I could have like.
That's your regret.
That's my biggest regret. I didn't take the first class seat.
Like, I should have took the seat.
Because I was a better friend. And John's like, dude, I would have taken it if they asked me.
100%. Think about it.
I know.
I would have had more room if you would have left.
Well, they would have put somebody else next to you.
No, they wouldn't.
They would have put whoever the first class was.
Sir, we're going to have to move you back to coach with John Ted. Oh, the dude farts in his sleep. And it smells.
My brother, I can't wait to do this video. He has a Tesla. It's like all vegan, like no leather seats, like completely electric. We're going to do, and he's also got solar panels on his house. 92 people watch, and that's unbelievable. Like EMF. Anyway. Yes, I know. I'm an idiot. I turned down first class. If I ever got that opportunity again, the next time I probably get that opportunity, I'll probably get a plane where it's like your first class is right next to like the other one. It's just like a normal seat.
No, they're like, we're gonna bump you to first class. You're like, oh, that's great. It's the co-pilot seat. Oh.
Yeah, awkward. I'd be like, dude, I fall asleep all the time driving. There's no way you want me in co-pilot.
John Ted does have two first names.
No, you got more than that. You're like John Ted Frank Bob Ted. Or wait, John Frank Bob Ted. What's your real name? You don't want to say it?
John Robert Ted the First.
John Robert Ted. Man, you got three first names. Wait, I thought there was a Frank in there.
I was raised Catholic, and my confirmation name was Francis. Let me tell you why, though. The story of St. Francis, he was an animal lover.
Hey, Jorge.
And that's why I chose him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you did it before you were even vegan?
No, I was vegan when I had to make my confirmation. My parents made me go to church until I graduated. Actually, no. Once I got my license, they were like, you got to go to church. I'm like, I'll go tomorrow. I would not go to church. I did not go to church. This is my confession.
I'll tell you the only way that I would eat the Impossible Whopper at Burger King, like I was saying to you before, was if they personally invited me and the main chef of Burger King. I watched him prepare it vegan, and
the head chef.
Well, there's a person that formulates the different things.
Okay.
So if one of them people that actually know all about the cross-contamination stuff, and if they actually made it on clean equipment, and they could make a pure vegan one and I was convinced and they showed all the ingredients that the buns were vegan and there was no mayo on it, then I would try it. But anything short of that, no, I personally wouldn't try it.
I am not religious any longer.
Chris and his crazy stories.
Chris, you do have crazy stories.
We should have story night. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing right now.
It's a story time.
I like the shirt. Is that a new one?
No, when I drove down to see Aaron and Becky, this was Becky's.
Oh.
And I
does she have good hair?
I got their child threw up on me.
So it was recently. Okay.
Yeah, I want to get back down there and see him again.
Never turn down first class. That is the moral of the story.
I feel like that should be the name of this podcast.
Look at you, man. You've tried everything. Well, you didn't try these yet. They don't look good, do they?
Dude, tea-infused energy snack? Acai berry?
Yeah, that doesn't look too good.
Oh, acai blueberry.
When will we tell the alien stories? I think we should tell the alien stories when they storm Area 51. Anyway, that wasn't funny.
Yes.
Have you seen the video of, there's a guy called the Licking Guy on YouTube. He wears a mask and he gets challenges and he goes and licks things like gross. Like he'll go up to a TV at Best Buy and lick it and be like, and then that'll be his video. Is it good?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. So
such an elitist.
He drives up to Area 51. He puts his mask on. He goes up there and he gets to the road where like he drives as far as he can go and then he hikes 2 miles up. And then there's a fence and it says keep out Area 51. They will use lethal force. And he goes up there and he licks the sign and he puts his sticker on it and then he rips the sign down and steals it and he starts running. He's like kind of laughing and then all of a sudden you hear like a shot went right by him and he's like No, I mean it's scary. I mean they shot at him. Anyway, it's a true story. Go watch the video.
Yeah, but the way you explained it, I just oh shit.
That's exactly what happened, but it's scary. It's like, wow, he
talk about your all-time backfires.
Oh,
everyone, please, whatever you do in life, don't turn down first class.
Don't.
This guy over here.
I did it.
No, I'm fine.
I've been doing stuff like that ever since I was a little kid. Okay, so when I was like literally 4 years old, it was Easter. And we went to Sullivan Park, and there was like an Easter egg hunt, right? And I was a little kid. I just moved to Chittenango. I was a little kid, and my mom was like, "All right, Chris, go look for the golden Easter egg." And there's bigger kids than me, kids that are like 7 and 8, and they're running all over. And I'm like, and I saw a little like burlap sack in the woods off the main area, and I'm like, "Mom, over there." She goes, "Go look what it is." And I'm like, I was afraid to. I'm like, I hesitated, and I'm like, I started walking up to it, and I'm like, come with me, and then this bigger kid looks at me and sees it, and he runs over and he picks it up, he goes, "The golden egg!" And I'm like, oh my God, and I regret that because, like, if I wasn't such a wuss and I just walked 2 more feet, I would have had it. Yeah. So I've been doing things, the moral is don't procrastinate.
Can I tell you something?
Don't hesitate.
I am the type of person that is, if you can do this, if there's anything that you can do wrong, I'm going to do that thing. For example, you're at a hardcore show, and Earth Crisis is playing, and he gives you the mic, and you sing the lyrics to the wrong verse.
What?
I was that guy. Yeah.
Were they like, give me that?
No, I don't think he knew, but I knew. I was like, oh, my bad, everybody. Hey, can I get the mic back? Stop.
So what part did you sing?
I started singing like the corrupt politicians.
Give me that.
He's like,
Wrong verse, but
there was that, and then like whenever you try to pick up your friend, and there's a girl that you have a crush on right there, that's when you're gonna pass the gas. That was one of my most humiliating moments in middle school.
You told me about that.
This girl Kate was like this pretty blonde. Is it weird to talk about what she was? She was the same age as me.
Yeah.
But I had a big crush on her, and I was trying to pick up this guy Jeff. You know Jeff.
Jeff Marshall.
Yeah. The guy who would buy all your clothes. I don't want to. Your hand-me-downs.
Hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Joseph wants to know if I would ever adopt a kid. What, are they going to do all my work for me? No, I feel like I already adopted a couple kids, and these guys are enough. Like, legit. Like, if I have to go somewhere, I need a babysitter. Like, I don't trust just anybody with my dogs. It would have to be like a real, like, I don't know. Like maybe someday I'd be like, I'm going to save this kid from predator or something. And like,
it's all right.
And I'm like, you don't have any parents because like predator killed them all. And then I had to say, I don't know. Would you ever adopt a kid? Were you guys thinking about adopting kids?
We said if we ever wanted kids, we would adopt. But I don't see us getting to a point in our life where we're going to have time to have kids because of everything that's going on with the farm.
Yep.
We already have all the rescues at the house. Oh, God.
What is going on, guys? Stop. Why are you... That's what I'm talking about. You guys need to stop. Indy, come over here and seats. What is going on?
Indy. You okay?
I don't understand what's going on.
Here, come on up. Oh, he wanted his toy.
Oh. Zeke.
He wanted his toy, guys.
Zeke.
False alarm.
Leave him alone. That was bad.
I just need my toy.
It's weird because I never wanted to be around little kids or babysit them or anything like that. But when I moved to Florida when I was like 19, 20, you guys know, some of you guys know my friend Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I
know him.
So we kind of lived at his girlfriend's house for a little while. And Jeremy was like basically the dad there, like helping out. Her little sister was like 7. And their mom would just leave her with us. And like I was not a babysitter, but I was kind of forced into watching her because like I'm like this little girl is like it's going to be dangerous for her just to be doing things on her own and stuff. So like here I am, like she's driving around in the car with us and I'm like having to be responsible. And here I am, I just wanted to skateboard and I'm like watching, like I was an actual responsible babysitter for this 7-year-old little girl. And I was kind of, teaching her right from wrong and making sure she's like away from trouble and everything. I was a legit babysitter, not getting paid or anything, but I was like, if I don't do this, like this girl's gonna, like something's gonna happen to her. Like,
yeah.
Nobody watched her.
Yeah.
So like I was kind of forced to be a babysitter before. And of course, like not too long ago, like I hung out with little Katie, my niece, and I went skateboarding with her. She wanted to skateboard, so I'm like, we can do this. So I got on my skateboard. I'm like, get on it with me, and I'm like, I'll show you guys a picture. I'm skating with Katie, and I sent it to her mom and dad, and my brother was like, he looked at Mary, his wife, and said, "Oh my God, we got to get back there." And she's like, "No, leave them. They're fine." But she likes hanging out with Uncle Chris, I bring over donuts and ice cream, and we do taste tests and muffins and...
Taste tests and muffins aplenty.
Here we are skateboarding.
I've got who's its and what's its galore.
What do
you want, thingamabobs? I got 20.
This is me skating with little Katie down the street.
Aww.
She loved it. In fact, when I got done, she's like, "Can we go skate again, Uncle Chris?" I'm like, "I gotta go home." She wanted to skate all day. She's gonna be a little skater now.
She was a skater girl. I said, "See you later, girl." She was... Sorry.
Yeah, I guess kids are fun when they're that age, when they're not, like, crying. To me, a crying baby is like an alarm clock, the worst noise ever. So...
You want to hear the most annoying sound ever?
No.
I won't.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Oh, man.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more. There's a video of me. We had a Little Mermaid cutout. And I used to sing Little Mermaid songs. Put my face in there at work. At Hafner's. Yeah, that's right.
Did I say I moved
Tune
to
in
Florida?
on Wednesdays where John sings Little Mermaid songs. What's that?
I didn't move to Florida in 1920. I said I moved to Florida when I was like 20 years
19
ago.
or 20. You said 1920. You like when I was 19, 20?
When I was 19 or 20.
Yeah. When I was 19 or 20.
In 1920, I was still trying to
make your way.
Yeah, I was trying to develop my personality and just get a car,
But you got a tape recorder instead. A tape recorder.
A tape recorder, yeah. Anyway.
What if next Wednesday we have a segment where we laugh for 10 minutes and then
we love laughing,
and then we cry for 10 minutes.
What if we do an
and then we
ASMR?
yell for 10 minutes?
Oh, you brought your... You guys like that flask? Hydro flask? I got it at the expo. Which, by the way, it's coming... Do you want to go, by the way? Expo? Expo East.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
It's a lot different.
Probably a good
like
idea.
It's hard to... I don't know if I can get you in.
Wish I could be part of that world. I have like 19 or 20 nieces and nephews.
You do. I have 4 now.
The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You think about going up there, but that is a big mistake. You don't know any of these songs.
I've heard that one before. What's the one that we were... When we were on the cruise and we kept singing it over and over. Remember? Oh, man.
Was it a Disney song?
No. It was like...
Which cruise? We went on 3 of them.
No, it was the Caribbean one.
The first Caribbean one with Issa?
I don't know if it was that one or the next one, but you kept singing it. It was like... It sounded kind of like how you were just singing, but it was like...
I don't know. I don't
know. There. Do I drink any other beverages besides water? I drink juice. I mean, fresh juice that I juice myself, or smoothies, and that's pretty much about it. Except for in the winter, maybe I'll make my own hot cocoa. I don't do any soda pop. I don't do kombucha. I don't do coffee. Once in a while, I'll do tea. So yeah. So we started out with the whole Beyond Burger thing, and we've evolved to just doing questions now. We got 90 people watching, which is cool.
Wow, we're breaking records tonight, folks.
I think the most this channel's ever had is like, oh, we just lost. As soon as I said it, they're like,
wow.
India's a vegan pup. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? I'm. That's the one day of the year that I can actually be myself, be a vampire.
Man, last year Kristen did some really cool makeup work for the both of us, so we're gonna do something really creepy again this year.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna video it though. If we're gonna video it, is that proper? We're gonna video it.
You're gonna film it.
We're gonna film it.
You can still say you're gonna.
We're gonna put it on film.
Even though it doesn't go on.
That's
film.
a weird word.
Film. I like it. Film.
Say it into the ASMR microphone. We should have a microphone just.
Film is not vegan. What are you doing, silly boy? You're a silly boy. Oh, you got a wet nose.
Thanks.
Allegedly talked about the Beyond Meat. Who did? India's the Indiest. Eric finally got his dog on VDog, and how's that going? Oh, I love Halloween. I can't wait. I was looking through some old pictures, and when I was at the Monroeville Mall and the cemetery for the Night of the Living Dead, and it's just getting me excited for fall and Halloween.
Yeah.
And like I said, I like all the days going up to Halloween. And then when Halloween's actually there, I'm so disappointed. It's like the worst day.
I know.
Because it's like, okay, just savor this moment. It's like, it's over with. Come on.
I know. It's that idea of Halloween that I love so much. And then the day of Halloween, I'm like, it's here, it's not.
Yeah, but every day going up to it, it's like, it's almost Halloween. And then it finally gets there and it's like.
But you know what I do after that, though? I start getting excited for I have movies that I watch certain times of the year. So after Halloween, I'm watching Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, which is a Halloween movie.
It's a Halloween movie. But it's a Christmas movie, too.
Yeah.
It's a Crawloween movie. It's a Christmas-ween movie. Nope, that did not work.
Chris,
Happy Christmas-ween.
Stand-up comedy sitting down. I could try.
I can't sit down properly.
Yeah, you're isn't it so weird that
my body's shutting down?
A lot of the things that is happening to you just within every day, it happened to me at your age.
Yeah.
You're finally
When am I gonna start growing my hair out? It's I just have a horseshoe, just a ring around my bald top head, just growing all the way down to my buttocks.
I'm going to cut my hair on video. Eric says he loves this. Samples are greatly improved. V-Dog is the way. I'll do a Halloween decor haul, maybe. Captain Spaulding. I met him. I got a picture with him. Oh. Vegan treat shopping video. That's a good one. I did a Halloween candy video. Not too many people saw that one, I don't think, but it was fun.
I almost brought my mullet wig today.
A mullet wig.
Yeah.
Hi, handsome guys.
Oh, hello, Leslie. Oh.
Leslie, yeah, we talked all about that earlier. They don't cook the BK burgers on a grill. They do it on a flame broiler, kind of moving kind of oven. Flame broiler.
Captain Balding. I'm Captain Balding. What's my
You could totally wear a wig with that, like.
What's my secret power?
To grow a beard really fast.
I can jump from tall buildings because I have so much hair growing on my ass that it breaks my fall.
I can show you the way. I got a new phone, guys. I had to get a new phone. I got the iPhone 10, and that's only because my other phone stopped working, and I need it for work. The microphone died, so now this one is like facial recognition, which is pretty cool.
Oh, Chris, I got a question for you.
Go for it, man.
Do you think if I use my Yeti,
Blue Yeti,
it'll be better for when I do videos with Kristen because she whispers? If I plug that into like my computer.
Oh yeah. When you mean when you're doing, yeah, definitely when you're doing live streams.
Live streams, but also when I'm doing, because the people are saying it's low audio on my videos, and I don't know how to adjust that.
Yeah, you need to set it up so you can do it. But yeah, it is. But also the Blue Yeti, this is a microphone like where you have to be kind of close to it to talk.
Yeah.
So as long as she's there talking, she can't speak. You have a really good voice.
I've got a boomer.
I've noticed that too. Like when I edit the videos, like your voice is nice and clear and projects, and I feel like my voice, no matter how hard I talk, it's like it just never.
Oh, never Captain, enough. My Captain.
Dead poets.
I feel like I just created a character, Captain Balding. Well, you created a character, and I'm just feeling it out. I'm just becoming the Dayman.
Dayman.
Oh.
Maybe it's not in here, but I have a whole video with Sid Haig. Oh, I thought that was it, but it's not. And Craig was filming it, and he didn't know we were filming. And I just went up and started talking to him, and Craig was filming it. And then he looked over and saw that Craig was filming, and he was like, "What the F are you?" and Craig's like, "Oh,
nothing. Thanks, bye."
Exactly. It's all on video. Go check it out. Gonna find it. Zeke, don't do that.
I'm gonna go home and write a montage for Captain Balding.
You totally should though. Oh, there he is. Let me just pull this picture up for you guys. If you guys care. If you guys don't care, just say you don't care. No.
Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Next.
Are Skittles vegan?
No, yeah. They're gross though. Did I tell you my Skittles story? I think I did last time. There's me and Sid. I can't see if you guys can. There you are. There's me and Sid. He's like, ha 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 ha.
You said something funny there, Vegan Zombie.
He was like, tutti or fruity.
Oh, James is on. He found us.
Did I tell the story about Skittles? Was that last time? Anyways, this is my Skittles story. I despise Skittles. I can't eat Skittles. And the reason for that is because
taste the rainbow.
I'm old enough to be around before Skittles were around. And I loved M&Ms when I was a kid.
Okay.
And it was Halloween. And Skittles had just came out.
You thought you were biting into a delicious M&M?
No, I didn't think that. But they resembled M&Ms, and M&Ms are Reese's Pieces. I would basically take the whole pack and just shove it in my mouth and be like, I'm such an annoying kid. I love these. That kind of thing. So when I went Halloween and trick-or-treating, I got a few bags of Skittles. I did the same thing. I went, and I got really sick, and I hurled, and I never wanted Skittles ever again.
I was
Stop.
Are you familiar with the nacho cheese Dorito? It's not vegan. It's the orange one. It's not the Cool Ranch. Is it nacho cheese or is it just regular Doritos?
Maybe. I don't know.
Whatever. I was on a camping trip when I was like a Cub Scout or whatever, and on the way home, I ate a bag of Doritos and I got car sick, and that bag of Doritos came right back up, and I could not eat that flavor for a long time.
Yeah. That's what happens when something like that happens. You never want that again. That happened to me when I was a little kid, also with brownies with walnuts in it. So I love walnuts, but I cannot eat any kind of baked good with walnuts in them. I can't eat cookies or brownies with walnuts in them. But I can just grab a hand of walnuts and eat them.
Yeah.
But
I don't like walnuts in sweets either.
Yeah.
Walnuts, you put walnuts on a savory thing for me. You don't put them in a sweet thing.
Well, you know what? I could probably eat them in like straight up chocolate, but not in a brownie, not in a cookie. You know what I'm saying? Baked goods, maybe?
Yeah. Not for me.
Marina, now you know the Skittles story. Why? Okay, the thing about Zeke, he's the biggest whiner. And he never whines. Zeke's always whining.
Zeke has the biggest whiner.
Oh,
what
man.
about Zeke's whiner?
It like... Do you have a bedtime? If you're talking to us, I think you have a bedtime, right? Because
here's the thing, because of my back pain, I didn't go to sleep until like 3 a.m. And then I woke up at 5:30. And
do you try to go to bed at a certain time though?
Normally, what time is it right now?
7:30.
Like 9 o'clock. Like if I lay down or sit down on the couch, I'll pass out. But if I try to not sit down if I have a lot of stuff.
I go to bed whenever I'm tired, and sometimes that leads to like all-nighters and stuff. But lately I have been kind of going to bed around 2, maybe 2. But I don't really have a bedtime. I just kind of go to bed when I get tired. Jen said, I thought Jen said spicy chili doctors are vegan. I'm like, what? But she's talking about the Doritos. You want the pic with me and said, well, that's actually on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. It's also, I have a video of it if you guys want to watch the video. The guy from The Walking Dead shouts me out too, which was pretty awesome. I asked them a question. They had a panel going, and it was like the people like Sid Haig and I'm getting a blank, but there was a few other people there, and the kid that played Michael Myers. He was there, and they asked anybody in the crowd if they wanted to ask a question. Nobody wanted to ask a question, so I'm like, give me that microphone. And I'm like, hey, guys. And then the dude up there from The Walking Dead goes, vegan zombie. And, like, I wasn't wearing a vegan zombie shirt. And I was like, that just happened, guys. He just said vegans. Like, the dude from The Walking Dead and Halloween just said vegan zombie. I am so honored right now. But anyways, my question to them... Well, why don't you watch the video and find out what my question was? It was vegan related.
Oh, man.
With Rob Zombie. Check it out. Maybe I'll try to find it while we're over here talking.
We're talking about Christopher Walken.
Talking with Christopher Walken. Dead. I'll try to find it. Is Britney Spears related to Broccoli Spears? She might be related to Broccoli Spears, but definitely not Asparagus Spears, right?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the family tree of the Spears. Could be.
I try to get enough sleep because I noticed that you really need sleep to be healthy. And a lot of times I don't get enough sleep. And I feel like I get bags under my eyes a lot when I don't do that. Oh, here it is right here. Sid Haig.
There he is.
To save the day.
Oh, man.
Sid Haig is on the way. He's probably going to get mad if he hears me say that. No, he's a nice dude. Anyways, I'll just give you guys a link to that video if you guys want to watch it later on. Jeff Goldblum is vegan. He ate at Strong Hearts here last year. Joel has a picture with him.
Big deal. I eat at Strong Hearts all the time.
Do that,
Oh.
We did.
I'm hoiting.
So John thinks he might. I think he also might have sciatica, the same thing that I had back when I was his age, and it sucks. It's not fun at all. And what's the next course of action for you?
I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday with a surgeon.
Do you know which surgeon is?
He's a guy that I went to about 8 years ago. And when I had an MRI done then, I had bone spur in my right hip, and I also had arthritis and a fracture that healed. So I got a lot of stuff going on down there. So I don't know. We thought maybe my SI joint was out, which I told you about. We've been working on that, but this pain is...
I think you should go to the guy that did my surgery, because out of everybody I went to, everybody was like, well, I don't know, we could try this. He's the only one that was like, look, you're either going to live with this the rest of your life, or I can fix it for you with a surgery. And he did. He actually, told me the truth, whereas everybody else was like, well, we can try this, we can try that. Nothing worked.
Oh, we look at how many people we lost.
We lost almost 40 people.
We lost almost 40% of the...
Well, I think the main reason people came here was us talking about the BK.
We were getting heated.
It was a Wednesday. Me and Boss Hog was kind of hungry. Okay, here, the herbivore life says, my son's nutritionist told me you can't raise your kids vegan. You need a new nutritionist right there, because they don't know what they're talking about. Do you know of any vegan kids that are doing well? Yes. I have a niece named Katie, and she's 4, and she's been vegan all her life. And her doctor says the same thing and wanted to do some blood tests because my sister-in-law refused to put her on any meat or dairy. And so the doctor did some blood tests and said, let me do some tests and I'll get back to you. And she got back to her and she was surprised. She goes, wow, this is incredible. She's doing better than all my other patients. And you need to keep doing what you're doing. And I'm going to look more into it now. So yeah, you can be vegan at all stages of life, including pregnancy.
I get it. It is scary because you have not our parents, but you have that next generation of people saying,
you can't do this.
You can't do that. What about they need the milk because of the calcium and all the old outdated information that
you need the right nutrients. And the good news is that you can get all the right nutrients without getting them from animals.
Yeah.
So, there's
I get them from animals, but I don't like.
Where do you think animals?
I buy it from them.
Animals get them from plants, and even the carnivore animals that get them from other animals, those animals get them from plants. There's other kids that I know that were raised vegan too. Please stop doing that, Zeke. I have ADD and I can't concentrate on you doing that.
Yeah. Get out of here.
I don't know why. I'm gonna put you in the other room.
I think he's staring into my soul.
He is. He's definitely doing that. Yeah, your nutritionist doesn't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry, but if that's what they're telling you, what does Katie eats all this normal things that a normal kid eats? Just think of what you ate as a kid, and I mean basically it's the same thing I ate as a kid, but vegan versions of it. Like she'll eat chicken nuggets that are vegan. She's not eating like. Kids eat junk, but she's doing good, she'll eat all the same things that we eat. Like when I go over there and I made pizza and stuff and mac and cheese, she ate all that. But yeah, I think my brother wants to start a channel where they'll show like what she eats on a daily basis and stuff like that. I'm gonna help him edit his first video, and I keep telling him like do videos like you guys. They just had another kid, so they're raising vegan kids, all vegan.
And he's funny.
I mean, Saya was raised vegan for a good majority.
Yeah.
And she's doing well. There's a lot of kids that have been raised as a vegan kids. I need to make an oil-free cookbook. I could do that. You know, I made 3 really good meals. Actually 2, because Craig made the first one in my last video. And it's not just about like me talking about protein. It's actually me making delicious recipes that just happen to be oil-free and whole food. And he's right here next to me. He's on the floor. You can kind of see him a little bit right here. But Zeke is being a monster. And it just happens to be every time I go live. And I did everything I needed to do to get him situated before this. I took him outside. I fed him immediately before we went live. Stop it. You're being a little whiner for no reason. Zeke did come from an abusive past. Actually, John's wife, Kristen,
knows somebody. That's not wrong.
Why don't you tell the story while I take Zeke downstairs?
I'd rather. I don't want to give away because it hits close to home.
What? You don't
like exactly where he came from.
You don't have to say where he came from. Just tell him the story.
Basically, it was more of a case of neglect, and I think he's very needy right now because he wasn't able to get the attention that he needed. But I don't know the whole story. I only know how hard it is dealing with Wilder. She is crazy. Yeah, New Life. Somebody eating only ramen noodles for every meal is gonna have some health issues, I think. Hi, Indy. Just the 2 of us. Oh, and he left. Yeah, we don't know, unfortunately, Marmaduke, what his real story was, but it's tough. And that happens so much around here. There's a ton of stray cats just in my neighborhood, and so many dogs are up for adoption. It's really sad. Why is Wilder crazy? I don't know. She's just a puppy, I guess. She's always wants to play. You should see what she does to Belle when Belle's not looking. She jumps right on top of her. Aaron, yes, we did already talk about the Burger King. It's at the beginning of the video. Once we finish, this will get posted and you can check it out. It was a good topic. Got a little heated. Yeah, Teresa, it's hard to adopt a dog because they're just you have to be there for them a lot. But luckily, I only work 5 minutes away from home, so when I was working, I'd clock out on my lunch break, go home, let everybody out, and then head back. So, and Kristen could do it if I couldn't do it. So we have a good balance. But if you live far away, that's got to be really tough.
That was a waste of time.
What, you try to let him out?
I'll let him out. He didn't go to the bathroom. I see if he wants some water. He didn't do anything. He just wants the wine. He wants a glass of wine.
Are all these snacks left over from Vegan Cuts?
They are.
I'm
not the Figgy Pops.
Okay.
They sent those to me, but everything else, I think, is from the Vegan Cuts box. I had them down in like a bin in case, like, the zombie apocalypse. I have all these snacks ready, and I'm like, yeah, I'll grab some of these and give them to John. How's everyone going?
We're just talking. We're talking about dogs.
Dogs. How old is Zeke? Zeke is 1.5 years old. Almost 2, actually. We ended up getting his papers. The people faxed them over.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Good. His birthday is November 30th. That's Zeke's birthday, 2017. Does Zeke and Indy mind the rain? I don't think they're huge fans of it. On the other hand, I love the rain. I like going out and walking in the rain. We have 72 people on. We got more. As soon as I left, should I just leave again?
No, they came back when they saw you. There was like 4 people left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you came back in.
I think we're alone now. Try into the night.
Oh. What else we need to talk about?
We can just answer anything right now. I mean, you still have what?
I got about a halfie.
Yeah, you got a halfie.
Ooh, I got about 20.
20. So if there's any questions you guys have,
it's a free for all.
We've covered the BK, Impossible. If you guys are just joining us, you're gonna have to go back to the beginning of the video where we talk about that. I don't know how Zeke likes the snow because we didn't have him when the snow. Indy loves. Actually, let me take it back. Indy loved the snow. He doesn't so much like it anymore as he's getting older.
My joints.
Absolutely love it. Now he just like, let me in. Let me in. I did hear about the Burger King serving beef burgers instead of the Impossible. And I think that was Burger King's fault, not Impossible's.
It's impossible to tell
Yes.
whose fault it is.
Tiffany from the 80s.
Ah.
Why is this? Oh, I see. There it is. There we go.
I feel like this chair is going to break. Oh, it's going to break.
Oh, yeah. Look what you're doing. It's breaking. That's totally going to break.
I'm like, why am I going further back?
Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's got to be like...
I see how it is.
Give
me all the broken stuff.
We need some glue. Well, there's that, but that's not good for your back.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just be careful.
I'll have to get another chair.
Can we get one that reclines?
Who wants to send us a nice chair? Oh my god. Like maybe a Game of Thrones chair? How about just a throne? We'll just sit in thrones.
Oh yeah, James wanted me to ask you again. I totally forgot. Nucci Delicious. Have you had that?
I have it, yeah. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Is it better than...
It's very similar. I mean, it's pretty similar. I like it. I wouldn't say there's much of a difference.
Yeah, I was like, should I go get some? Or...
But it's really good, yeah. Did I hear about the... I don't even know how to pronounce that. Shannon Rose? I don't know who that is.
I'm going to Google it. I'm going to get to the bottom of this right...
Chris, will you keep your hair long when you start to grow? I've already started to go gray. Yeah, unless I start balding, then I'm going to keep my hair long. But I am going to cut it. I'm going to cut my hair. I found a picture to show. I just don't trust anybody to cut my hair. And the last time I had it cut was a few years ago. So I'll show you how long I want it, if I can find... There it is. This is how... It's really long right now, but this is... Let me get this up here. Tell me what you guys think. That's as long as I want it right there. That's me back in 2016, I think. And right now, it's so much longer than that. It's way down. It's all the way down here.
Oh, gosh.
What happened? Shannon Rose
released his new video to defend herself amidst horrific animal abuse allegations.
I don't know who that is, and I don't know anything about it.
She's a YouTuber.
And she abused animals?
Former adult film star. You guys can talk. I'll do some research here and find out what's going on.
John, that's porn.
It's research. Oh.
Well, I looked into donating my hair, but you need, I think, more than I'm willing to cut. And I'm willing to donate whatever I do cut, but they're very specific about it. So if they'll take what I cut, I will definitely donate it. But I'm only going to cut probably that much. I don't know if they'll take that.
Well, my battery's going to die, but yeah, that's...
Grimes says, I don't think Gregor is a vegan. That would be news to me. I just assumed he was a vegan.
Who?
Dr. Gregor. she made a fetish video torturing a crawfish and smashing it.
I said she stepped on lobsters, killing him.
Okay, then that's veto. Get rid of her.
Yeah.
Like,
and then she did some other stuff with a dog.
And she's. How can you defend that? Like, how do you defend that?
She was performing.
Now she's probably on like damage control, and she's gonna say whatever she can to get people's. That's just wrong.
Yeah. Jeez, I can't.
Yeah, I thought Gregor was vegan. Foods that promote estrogen. Yeah, I don't know. I know that the soy myth has been busted, and I've been eating soy now a lot for 30 years, so that's just nonsense right there. But no, I don't know of a actual food. Well, actually, meat and dairy actually do have estrogen in it. So, but I wouldn't advise eating it. That's why I do. Your hair is, if your hair is 3 times longer than mine, then it's touching the floor. There's no way it's 3 times longer unless your hair touches the floor. Which I did see somebody when I worked at Target, and her hair was to her ankles. Whoa. I have a picture of it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Who are we talking about? Lucas says. I think we were talking about Shannon
Rose.
Rose.
A YouTube person that abused lobsters and her dogs.
Marina says her hair is really dark. Yeah, mine's to my waist as well. We probably got the same length of hair. Yeah, probably the same hair. I've wanted to cut it myself, and everybody advises me not to do that. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take the scissors and do it. I used to cut my hair. I used to shave my head.
All these bright lights.
There's videos on... See, I just want to grab it like this and be like, snip.
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 You guys are funny. Produce. I love all this topic about long hair. It's great.
Crystal Gale, yeah. She had long hair. Is she still alive? Do you know of any non-toxic vegan cookware? I use cast iron.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah.
Stainless steel.
Yeah. Your son's dancing to Elmo. Da-na, 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 da-na. Twice longer. So your hair is twice as long as my hair. That's how long my hair is, guys. It's pretty long. So if yours is twice as long as mine, it would probably be to the floor. Captain Balding and Captain Mermaid.
Oh, that's a good question, Brian. How do you keep food from sticking to cast iron without oil?
Yeah, I don't use oil. I mean, I guess you could just grab like a little bit because you're supposed to just like season it like that. I don't think that would be a problem with cooking your food, but I don't even do that. And sometimes the food sticks a little bit, but I'll use a lid and the steam will keep it from sticking, but then you can reduce it with certain things. Sometimes I use vegetable broth, sometimes water, apple cider vinegar sometimes, just different things like that. You just pretty much gotta like improvise and find out different things, kind of figure it out. Viking Rapunzel hair. We got 85 people on right now. Should we eat a dog treat on camera?
I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
That's gonna be a hard pass for me.
My brother ate dog food. Remember, wet dog food, vegan, of course. It was nature's recipe.
Which brother?
Brian, don't you remember that?
No.
He tried it. He's like, it's all right. It's not. It's. And then he started gagging, and then he just like.
I do remember.
Yeah, you were there.
I do remember that.
I have a video of it.
Oh man.
I want my other flask because this one is just like it's all going. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. So he only knows German. Sitz. Sitz. Robert says, "Oh my God, no, just a little bit longer. Didn't know it was that long." Yeah, I guess my hair doesn't look that long from the front, but yeah, it's all the way down to my waist.
Oh, did you know that Halo has New Life?
Oh man,
how moist is that vegan dog food? Is it extra moist? Like if you stick your finger in it, is it like gushy and moist?
Okay.
Like, does it make like a?
Nope. Are you still friends with my brother?
Yeah, I mean, I'll always be friends.
That took way too long.
Well, the thing is, I never talk to him. But, like, if I were to hang out with him right now, we'd pick up where we left off. It's just... It's not a good excuse, but...
That's where you left off. Yeah, they're still good friends.
This is the question answering hour.
We're
on for 24 hours.
It looks like everybody's talking about just eating dog food and cat food. Stop it, Linda. We're not going to talk about that.
So many people hate.
Natural Balance also has a vegan wet food. Oh yeah, I think that was a new product the V-Dog's going to be coming out with. They told me at
wet one?
Yeah. I'm excited to try to get one of those.
How expensive is it?
$10 a can. I don't know. Probably a lot.
Here's your 1 tablespoon of wet dog food, pup.
Cigarettes are not vegan.
Yeah,
that sounds good. Plant-powered muscle.
The Herbivore Life said, living in Kansas, I get a lot of judgmental comments for being vegan. Yeah. We got when I was on tour, the further we'd go south, I hate to say it, but it would be harder to find vegan. Like Kansas was hard, Kentucky was hard, but that was back in 2005. We got called some names, some not nice names that I won't repeat on here. And you know what? I used to get picked on all the time when I was a kid where I grew up. Skinny vegan.
That reminds me of my hitchhiking story that I promised you guys. Like that kind of stuff happened to me the further we went down south.
Did you read Shannon's? Like, what if you're in a forest and there's just a lot of moist mushrooms, and I just reach down and I'm like, Chris, and I just grab them and I just.
I read that wrong too. I read most mushrooms.
Oh, like, so I just had to make sure. I had to clarify that you knew what she was saying.
That's just so bad. And okay, this is. We need to change the subject.
Can we name this this podcast Double M?
Impossible Burger King updates and.
Can you just put the word right across the thumbnail?
I think you guys are trying to get us to stop the stream 5 minutes early. That's what's going on. They're like, "Oh, shut the stream off." All right. Any more real questions before we go? Because I'm not sure when we're going to do another. Well, next week.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
And actually, if I need surgery, we're gonna do. My surgery is gonna be live.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be doing it.
Yep. So if I have to get something going out, with my leg.
Indy will help.
Yep. And he can clean up the blood.
Jorge, you already said your hitchhiking story. I I haven't told the story
We
yet.
still got to go out and record the ghost stories, man.
Oh my God, yes.
Tomorrow's no good. Maybe this weekend. I got to go to the farm on Saturday.
Yeah. Hypnosis works for what issues?
Oh, not liking the words that you don't like. I think that if you ate some like fish and eggs, you probably wouldn't mind those words.
You'd probably heal your back.
Probably. Live from your hospital bed, it's surgery night. You'll pass on the live surgery? No, we're going to go. You guys want to see what John Ted's really made of? Step on in at 8 o'clock p.m. sharp. We're going to cut him open and shove a camera up in places. We should do that. We should dedicate a podcast just to science where we explore every hole in John's body.
John.
Sorry. That's just sorry.
Can I do an oat milk taste test video? I think I already kind of have, right? Oh, an oat milk? Not like an Oatly. Yeah, actually, I was just thinking about that because I saw a couple different oat milks at the last place. I haven't edited the video yet. I'm trying to take...
Yeah, I doubt they'd ever let us do that.
One of our lovely subscribers' advice and keep my videos on a schedule. And I was thinking, maybe, what if I started putting them out like on certain days? Would you guys like that better? And I'm not talking about the lives. I could do the lives whenever, but I want to try to keep it like our Wednesday live if we can. But anyone else I could just do it whenever. But what if I put on my main channel like certain days? Because right now, I still give you guys 2 or 3 videos a week, but they're always like whenever they're ready. What if I said like something like Tuesday and Friday I put out a new video? Would you guys like that better? That be easier for everybody to like come back and watch a video?
I was thinking about posting like 30 videos in one day for the whole year.
You know, the people that do that, like, I mean, it's they might get certain views, a lot of views on all of them put together. But overall, if you got too many videos coming out like that,
it's just
people
unsubscribe. Yeah, they're like,
unsubscribe.
I don't, that's a lot for me to watch.
Oh, I read that wrong, Mel. I read silk cat milk is good, but silk oat milk is what she said. Oat milk, not cat milk.
So, Silk has an oat milk now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I've had BioLife cream cheese. My favorite cream cheese, I think, still to this day is Tofu.
They got that consistency.
Tofu.
The Tofu chive and garlic. Oh,
that's good
God.
Too. They had a strawberry one at one point.
Yeah.
You guys stop.
When I'm eating a bagel in the morning, 99% of the time, it's a everything bagel with some sort of delicious savory spread on top.
You know, some people were saying that they keep getting unsubscribed to my channel, that they're not getting updates when my videos come out. Like, YouTube is really, like, screwing me.
Are you a socialist? Wait, why?
No. Holly says you've been putting out videos at a decent level so far. Well, I always do. I at least have 1 video a week, but I normally have 2 or 3 a week. Some weeks I even have done 4, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And that's when I have a lot of different videos that I need to get out on a time frame. So I kind of want to like stick to like 2 a week. And if I have another one to put out, then maybe I kind of give a bonus video.
Yeah.
But 2 a week sounds good. Then because this is hard for me, guys, because I've become my own boss and I like to do things at my pace without having a schedule. So when I hold myself to, I still put out the videos, but now that I have a schedule and I have to put it out on a certain day, I'm going to be like, oh man. But that way I could get a video done on Wednesday and be like, all right, I have my video ready for Friday, and start working on another one and have them ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That nice.
You could do that too. You could do more videos with Kristen.
What we're trying to do right now is what we have time for, really. And anytime we get a free window, we're like, oh, let's do this. We have a list of videos to do, but it's hard with all the rescues at the house and going to the farm. I did meet Panther. Linda asked. Yeah, I met Panther. I think I'm gonna still see him this weekend. But Panther is one of a rooster that we took in. So yeah, I'm gonna try. I want to be more scheduled, but I also wanted to do some music stuff too.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Robert wants to know if you can ask YouTube about that. No, it's impossible to reach out to YouTube. They don't have like customer service or anything like that. It is what it is. So like when something happens, like I felt like my channel has been pretty much dead for a while, and I can't figure it out. And there's nobody to be like, and I've thought about starting a new channel, but at the same time, I'm like, I've spent 10 years on this one. Like, do I really want to start a new one? But like, I don't know. It's the algorithm, guys, because like...
Call Bill YouTube.
Bill yeah, a lot of people have been saying, like, the Oatly, they've been telling me, like, you're not oil-free because the Oatly has oil on it. But the white carton, the one that I use, and the white carton does not have oil on it. The other ones do. You're right. The gray one and the chocolate, they have oil in them. But the one in the white carton does not have oil. So we're free of oil.
So drop it. Just kidding.
Drop it.
Like it's hot. Oh, Produce wants to know if Kristen and I sleep with the pups. Right now, with my back the way it is, I sleep downstairs on the couch most nights, and Belle and Lex will stay down with me.
I sleep in my coffin.
And Kristen has Gertie and Wilder.
Jesus freaks! Thank God you're online. I'm so bored. Hopefully, we're entertaining a little bit.
Oh, I have to leave in like 2 seconds.
Oh my God, you do. You do.
I'm sorry, Chris. Do you want to? You can keep this going without me.
I mean, I could. What do you? I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to hear a couple more stories, actually, I can't think of any right now. I probably could if somebody like jarred my mind and asked me for certain, things. I don't know. I feel like at some points I can just go on forever. Grimes keeps saying, "Why are you guys capitalist?" Let's just not talk politics, I guess. In this stream, I don't know why you keep asking the question.
Well, I mean, wants to know, I guess, but that's a loaded question. I guess
I don't really
like
talking politics
on this channel.
I don't really like talking politics, but I mean, capitalism isn't exactly a bad thing. Capitalism allows us to live in a free world like we're in right now. It allows for job growth. It allows for... There's a lot to it. And there's a good video online of... I don't remember his name, but there's a multi-millionaire business guy that goes out to the streets and he educates people and opens their eyes to the fact that he's created thousands and thousands of jobs because of it, And I would rather be free to do what I wanted than to have somebody regulate what I can do and where my earnings go and where my hard work goes. So it's probably the best of the worst as far as I can see. But the way...
Now, what about God?
Well, God comes into it because he's like flying around on his cloud.
What if you voted for God to be the next president?
Oh,
Is God a capitalist? That should be the YouTube name. That'll get the views.
What I'm hearing right now...
Oh!
Not only that, but I'm hearing a dog drinking water. And the only water up here is in the toilet. And there's Zeke licking your leg.
Well, now I got poop leg.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
I like to... This is a fun channel for us to talk about veganism. And it is a very important topic because that's a good question. Once we find out the answer to that, I think the world is going to be a better place.
Yeah.
John is stirring the pot now. Oh yeah, we're stirring it. What are we making?
It's the world we live in right now, and maybe like I've seen like futuristic videos where there is no like currency at all. It's like everything. Chris, you're shot. I don't know what that means. I'm shot.
Where? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about politics on this channel. I don't like talking about politics. capitalism equals exploitation. Yeah, but there's not a better form, in my opinion. I don't think socialism works.
A combination between the two is really what you're after, but people are afraid of the word socialism. I'm sorry, we're trying to change the subject.
Yeah.
First crush.
Yeah, I don't.
My very first crush that I remember her name was Jennifer. And she was in. I liked the New York Giants football team, like all in middle school and high school, just because of this girl had a Giants coat, and I had a huge crush on her. Yep. Who was your first crush? Do you want to pull that? By the way, that name was made up.
My first crush.
I do need. It's not that I need to go to bed. It's those lights are like really bright.
Do you want me to turn them down?
It's like the end of the night for me anyway. It's
you're telling me at the end.
Well, somebody said that I look tired. It's just that no, man. It's so like staring at the sun the whole time. But we got to make Chris's face look good.
Shut up.
We're just kidding.
Will we ever put out another cookbook? Yeah, we were talking about doing that.
We've got a couple of things in the works. Chris doesn't believe in crushes.
Crushes?
Unless he's crushing
garlic.
Souls of the... I don't know.
Who was my first crush? Like a real person or just like anybody? Like crush?
Well...
Orange crush.
Let's go with a celebrity crush. No one's gonna know the person that you name. You could name anybody. Little, not little.
Who was my first? I don't know. I can't really remember.
Celebrity crushes. My first celebrity crush when I started to come into my own.
The first. Oh, you know what?
Christina Applegate was one of my first crushes. When she just like, there was just this girl that she was really pretty.
I remember when I was real little. Well, how little was I? Let me see what year this movie came out before I tell the story. Okay, 1984. I was 6. No, I wasn't. I was 8. I was 8. And I saw the movie Splash, and it shows Daryl Hannah's butt. She's naked. And I was like, oh my God. I love her. That girl
has a butt just like me.
Yeah. Splash, Daryl Hannah. She's vegan, by the way, I believe.
Oh. Wait, is she the mermaid?
Yeah, she was a mermaid.
Okay, she's the mermaid.
And she's in Kill Bill, too, you know? What happened to the vegan pop-up idea? It's
still going on. It's just there's a couple of other like things that I'm trying to take care of.
We do need to start recipe testing for that.
Oh yeah, probably next week. It's just there's a lot of other things. Like I'm taking advantage of last week and this week to get a bunch of other stuff done and deal with all this excruciating back pain. It's really killing me.
Let's read some of these other. Okay, so
I actually got to go in a second.
You do? Okay.
You're gonna stay on? You gonna take this party? There's still 80 people here.
I'm afraid to do it without you.
Come on, Chris. You're the vegan zombie. It's been a while.
Holly's was Elvis. Dolph Lundgren was Marina.
Yes. I must break you.
Yeah. Olivia Newton-John was Scruffy. Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead. Bon Jovi. There you go. That was my first album that I ever had.
That was my first crush. Like,
Slippery When Wet.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
And then my mom heard one of the songs and she's, I don't know about this.
This song, they say wet.
No. At the beginning, you hear a zipper go down and then a bunch of girls like laughing and stuff. Like, and she's like, I don't know.
I get that response all the time.
Oh, boy.
Well, I think I gotta go. I guess.
David Cassidy. Mermaid Crush. Yeah, we were talking about the Little Mermaid, and then it turned into like the Bigger Mermaid. Kurt Cobain, high school. I remember I was in high school when it happened. And Kurt
Cobain. All right.
What movie with Dolph? Marmaduke wants to know. You're gonna.
Rocky IV.
doing? Are you ruining your toy?
All right, guys. I'll see you next
Indy's
Wednesday.
ruining his toy.
All right. I'll see you. I'll just talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
We're saying goodbye on live camera.
All right. See you, John. Do you guys have more questions for me, or should we?
Do you guys want me to? You guys like me, right?
Or do you guys want to end it? Oh, they want you to play Nickelback.
I'm going to learn a Nickelback song. Next week.
He stopped and he's like,
I was like, do
look
I know
at
any
this
Nickelback
graph.
song? What Nickelback song will I learn next week? I will learn an entire Nickelback song just for you guys.
Yeah,
I
he
have
was.
to tell everybody to show up next week.
He was He-Man, wasn't he? Yeah.
I'm a lot better. Hey, thanks for letting me open up all those snacks. Make sure Rachel eats the rest.
Oh my God! Look at all the snacks that you have here. Do you want to take them with you, or do you want to leave them for next time? I don't know if they're going to be good. Most of them will probably be good for next week.
You know, I'll take this.
Yep.
This is garbage. Oh!
Andy.
I stepped on his toy. That scared the heck out of me. I'll throw the juice away.
And did he bite you?
Maybe. My foot is hanging by like a vein.
You're like, it's just
I think it's just a scratch. No, I'll just walk it off.
Indy is being a little. Oh,
all right, so I want that to be the thumbnail and say vegan dog attacks
vegan.
A vegan. Proof that veganism doesn't work. All right, I am going to take these because they were delicious.
They were? Okay.
Right, I'm wasting all your time. I'll see you guys later.
You're not wasting any time. I don't have any time to waste.
This is dead air. This is good TV. All right.
This is real. You're knocking them on the floor. Zeke's eating them all up.
You know what? I'll take these two.
Take those two.
I'll leave the coconut jerky because that was gross.
It was? Coconut jerky.
Indy bit me.
It smells good. Did he bite you?
Not really.
No.
Watch out.
All right, John left. Now that he's gone.
You guys don't talk about me or say nice things. Watch out.
I don't know if YouTube cares about Nickelback. I'm sure they probably do. I think he's probably out to find out everybody that's using. Yeah. All right, guys. Oh my God! Look at this chair. This is the chair that John just sat in. It's like totally broken. I need some wood glue. Put that thing back together. I think I need a new chair for the next time John comes over. Vegan dog eats owner's friend. All right, he just left. The door has closed. Now it's just us. I think we're alone now. I guess it did have relevance. Tiffany. He's got other stuff to do. He's got videos to start making. You guys. John's a video maker now, like me. I'm sure I could probably fix it with wood glue. I've got the other piece of wood over there, and if I just put them all together and glue it up, hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. But I think I do need a new chair. Exactly. That song is so relevant now. The children over there behave, but they're not. They're not really behaving. Let's tell John's dirtiest secrets. I don't think so. I don't think we should do that, to be honest. Zeke, what do you think? What do you think we should do? Huh? What do you think we should do? Yeah? Look at it. This is everybody. This is Zeke. This is the world. The world of the internet. This is Zeke. Can I say hi to everybody? Are you just trying to get to the treats? Is that what you're doing? You're just trying to get to the treats? Yeah, he's not as big as Indy. He's like half the size of Indy. But what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to be a good boy right now? Yeah? Zeke's favorite word? Oh, what is that on your arm? You got a bump on your arm. What is that? I hope it's not a tick. Yeah, they said your fur is so pretty. They're saying good things about you. Yeah. All right. He's a little V dog. That's his favorite word is EAT. You want an EAT. He loves it. He's a tiny dire wolf. This is a real dire wolf over here. There he is. There he is. Why are you all wet? Why are you wet? There's no reason. Why are you wet? How did you get wet? Is Zeke drooling on you? Zeke likes to jump up on his back and like... Yeah, Indy used to be a little guy with big paws and huge ears. And then he just filled out, and now he's like this giant. Are you a giant? Yeah? That's what he does. You are so wet. I hope that's not toilet water. How did you get that wet? What? What are you doing? He is a seasoned dire wolf. Big enough. He's about as he's almost as tall as me when he stands up. Anyway, any other questions? Any other? I can't think of any stories right now that I don't want to like give away for another episode, because I want to tell the scary stories more around Halloween time. I want to tell. Well, I need a whole video to do the hitchhiking story. Maybe not a whole video, but I want to start out as mainly that. I don't want that to be in the BK video. Huh. I don't know, guys. I got a couple dags hanging out with me. Maybe you guys just want to see the dogs. Are you gonna try to type? What are you doing? You drink out of the toilet. Get away from my face. All right, get down. Get down. Nope, get down. Oh, no, we need to cut your nails. Nope, nope. I should post my blood test video, and Ryan should collab next round you get tested. Maybe I should go film that video. Yeah, those are my favorites, the scary stories. I can't wait to tell them. Herbivore Life wants to know how tall I am. I am exactly 6 feet tall. I'm not reading that, Marina. I'm not going to read that. I have found a good deodorant. It's called Schmidt's deodorant. It works. I really like it. I have a few different scents that I like right now. I'm using a tea tree one, and well, it's in my other room, but there's a cedar wood, and then there's a couple other ones that I really like, and it seems to work where none others have worked over all the years. So, do they let me clip their nails? I really got to be tricky with Indy. Nope, don't do that. And Zeke is Zeke is hard because he's new, so clipping it, he's just a spaz. It's hard to clip Zeke's nails. I can do Indy's nails, but I really gotta like. I'm the only one that could do Indy's nails. He wouldn't let anyone else do it. I will be making more videos, not so much poking fun at the trolls, but more educating people on the vegan lifestyle. Yes, Leslie, I want to watch the movie Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I know it seems cheesy. Well, that was like a thing when we were little, when I was little, the book. So I kind of want to check it out. I liked The Twilight Zone and Night Gallery, and Pixie uses Schmidt's because I recommended it. What do you think about it? Do you like it? you said it was good. Indy, what are you doing? No. No. He's eating his toy. He just ripped that off and now he's eating it. That is not... No, don't eat that. You did not swallow that, did you? See what I have to deal... See, I can't adopt a kid. I got these guys. I'm too busy with them. The Pit Boss. Yeah, I think I got samples of that at one of the expos, but I don't ever think I actually used it. Maybe I should try that. I don't really need to try anything else because I really like the Schmitz. Maybe just for... Maybe I should still try other things to show people what works, what doesn't. But I've tried a lot of them, and Schmitz seems to do the job for me. The lavender sage from Schmitz you're allergic to. I think I like the lavender sage. Indy, I love walking Indy. Zeke, I got to figure out something with Zeke because I can't go for walks with Zeke because he's a spaz for one. He tries to attack cars and jump in the road at cars. And he starts barking really loud, uncontrollably, and he won't stop. So then I have to come right back home with him. I don't know what his problem is. So in order to take Zeke for a walk, I'm probably going to have to go up to some trails or something like that away from my neighborhood where I would rather just go for a quick walk. The new Twilight Zone isn't that... I have not seen the new one with Peel. Do I think documentaries like Earthlings and Dominion should... yeah, I think that they should be on... That'd be awesome if they're on Netflix because, you know, almost everybody these days has Netflix. And it's, you know, more of those documentaries I believe should be on there. Yeah, we're still live, Effervescent. A walkie leash. Cars shouldn't be on Zeke Street. That's why I go late at night, because there's not really any cars that go by. Indy's fine, and I've been walking him for almost 9 years, so... Oh, wait, Jorge, are you sure? Forks Over Knives and What the Health are on Netflix. I know they were at one point, but I didn't think that the Forks Over Knives were on there anymore. But that's cool, because those are two of the ones that I recommend everybody. Also, Cowspiracy. I had someone come to my door yesterday about sustainable energy and stuff, and educating me on climate change, and then I asked her if she was vegan, and she said no. So that was my chance to educate her on the biggest thing any single person can do to limit their impact on the environment by going vegan. So we talked about that for a while. I do use body language with the dogs, like I'll go like that. That means seats. And then when I go like that, then he plotses, lays down. And then if I go like this, he'll do a foos and a walk around my back, and I'll sit down by my side. Indy will. Zeke, still learning. Zeke will sit and be calm when it's dinner time. He'll lay down, actually. And I think the only reason why is because he knows he's getting food. Yeah, of course I remember Tales from the Crypt. I have the whole box set downstairs. Oh, cool. So Jorge says What the Health is spoken in Spanish on Netflix and other languages too. So more people can see it. That's awesome. So, oh, you mean like having YouTubers on Netflix? Yeah, I think when I saw What the Health, or maybe it was Cowspiracy, one of the two. I think I just streamed it. It was free at the time. Those I definitely recommend if you guys haven't seen What the Health, Forks Over Knives, Cowspiracy. Those are some pretty well put together documentaries, and I always recommend, especially Forks Over Knives, to people. Wait, is there other conversations going on here? I'm not sure if this was for me or someone else. Stop. How did the lady respond when you brought up veganism? Oh. She basically said she tries her best to only eat meat once a week and stuff like that. And I said, it's not just meat, it's dairy. And we had a good conversation about it. And I told her, like, that is the number one thing that people can do, because stop, guys. Because if you're going out trying to promote environmentalism but you're not a vegan, it's kind of hypocritical. Stop. You guys, stop it. What am I making for dinner? I got hair in my mouth. It's not even my hair, it's dog hair. Stop. Please, guys, you guys are not being nice. Go sit down. Seriously, go sit down. If you can listen to me right now, I'm saying sit down. I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner, actually. The Best Speech by Gary is my favorite. I filmed that. Me and John filmed that. It's on my channel. What the hell is DVD? Which one is Zeke? Zeke is the small black one. John has a good video on making baked beans. You could check that video out, and you could use pinto beans there. They're great. Making baked beans, they're great for, putting them on burritos, taco bowls, stuff like that. No, it's not that Indy gets mad at him. Zeke kind of plays rough with him, and Indy just doesn't want. Zeke's got unlimited energy, and Indy just wants to be left alone, and he relentlessly jumps on him. And so now you hear Indy growling because he's just sick of it. You need to stop. I don't know why you're being like this. Yeah, Zeke attacks Indy. Oh, I love the Engine 2 products. They're kind of pricey, but and I don't get them often because they don't sell them anywhere where I live. But if I'm near a Whole Foods, like for instance, last year I went on a small vacation with my family, which is very rare because I haven't been on a vacation in a long time. And I was eating Esselstyn diet pretty much. And stop. We were out in Lake George, and on the way there I stopped at Whole Foods and got some Engine 2 burritos. Cooked them there. Stop. You know what? There, that'll solve that issue. Indy is fine to be out on his own anywhere in the house. He won't do anything. Zeke, on the other hand, I don't trust without supervision. So Zeke's in here with me now, and Indy's out there. And he can go walk the house, do whatever he wants. I always try to experiment with different flavors, Jesus Freak. I think that might be good. Chicken spice curry. No chicken, of course, obviously. You just got to kind of experiment. Just take some of the seasoning you like and experiment. That's how I did my entire meals that I posted in my video yesterday. I didn't have an actual recipe for it, but I had like in my mind, what works and what doesn't, and I made it from scratch. What is Engine 2? So Engine 2 would be from Rip Esselstyn, who is the son of Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, and he's got a whole line of pretty healthy food. It's not quite Esselstyn, so he does incorporate some avocado, some nuts, and I think in certain things maybe a tiny bit of oil. I'm not certain on that, but I think there was in some of the things. But he's got like really healthy food line, and for the most part, you can get like oil-free burritos, pizza crust, raviolis, cereal, hummus. Yes, my hair is really long. I have a crate for Zeke only when I'm not home. I don't have... Actually, it's Indy's crate, but Indy doesn't use the crate. He hasn't used the crate in probably 7 years. Indy's completely fine anywhere in this house when I leave. But Zeke is not. No, he's looking at me now. He's like, you just said my name? He's not okay, so he does have to go in a crate. Or else I would regret leaving the house. Okay, Jesus Freak, you want me to call you Chris. I don't know if I can remember that name, but anyway. I always try to make some kind of sauce as well, whether it's like a cashew sauce, a cheesy sauce, hummus. Not hummus. I don't really use hummus that much, actually. Salsa or nooch. If I leave the house and nobody's here to watch them, Zeke is in a crate, yes. And I think I need a smaller crate because his crate is huge. It's like Indy size. And every single time, no matter if I just go to the post office for 10 minutes, he will go to the bathroom all over in the crate. Wegmans does not have Engine 2. I've never seen it there. Plant-powered muscle met Rip Esselstyn. That's cool. When I travel, I haven't really traveled while I have Zeke, but when with Indy, I have a friend that comes over here and watches him, or I have brought him over to my parents. So in the past, I don't really travel too much where I need somebody to watch him because I'm very particular on who watches my dogs. Like I won't just like hire some random to do it. It's somebody like I definitely got to trust and be like, all right, you got to do this or that, or, and now it's even worse with Zeke because, well, you guys saw that. The chair just broke, fell apart. It scared Zeke. Oh, John really killed that chair. Chris said my wife used to make hummus a few times a week. And no, I actually just made a really good no oil hummus about a week and a half ago, and it was I think I might do a video for that. I also made a really good pesto. The pesto actually had oil in it though, so it was for the pizza I made for the fam. Yeah, so Pixie says I don't let anyone watch my dogs either. So that poses the question. It's hard. It's like, when do I ever get to go on vacation or anything? It's like, that's why I feel like I have my hands full. Like when somebody asked me earlier, would I ever adopt a kid? I was like, I feel like I already have kids. Like I feel like I need babysitters when I leave, and it's got to be somebody that I absolutely trust and knows what they're doing. John the chair slide. And I actually do, you can kind of see. Can you see? Yeah. Like over here? No, over here. got little cameras so I can like look in if I'm not here and see funny. I actually have a really funny video that I filmed of Indy. Where is it? I don't think I put it in a video, but I basically wanted to see if Indy was gonna listen to me and be a good boy, because if I'm here, he's really good. Like if I had a plate and I had a vegan chicken nugget and I put it down and I could sit there all night and Indy will not touch it. I mean, Zeke would take it, but Indy will not touch it. And I decided to put the camera up and I told him, I go, don't you touch that. And then I left. I left the house. I went out in my car and I looked on the video and he runs right back in there and he looks at it and he kind of puts his nose onto it and he's like, I know I shouldn't do this. And then he walks around and he walks back out and he looks down the hallway and he comes back over and sure enough he eats it up. It's a funny video actually. So I just wanted to see. I use tahini sometimes. I don't always use no oil, but I mean I never cook with oil, but sometimes I eat things that have oil in them. But it's rare. I try to keep that to a very minimum. But I haven't had tahini in a while, but once in a while I'll use it. I haven't heard of that ice cream, Lost on Earth. Farm to Spoon from Whole Foods. Made with veggies and beans. Oh, that's cool. Chris had sweet potato fries tonight. Those sound good too. Coated them with white sugar and cinnamon. Yeah. So they weren't good then. Zeke is now sitting on the floor like sleeping. So that's all I had to do is separate them. Now we're good. I was feeling like I was getting like all, oh man. Like I was about to say goodnight guys, but hey John. Indie stories are my favorite. Well, what other indie stories do I have? That was the funniest one, I think. Oh, John. Hi. John's Conscious Life is on. Oh, guys, last week I got my friend Jeremy and me. Jeremy, some of you guys probably remember Jeremy. And we went to, they're filming a big movie here in Syracuse. And I auditioned for the first time. I've been an extra many times since back in 2004. But this is my first time actually auditioning. And I don't know, I think it went okay. I memorized the script, and so because they allowed you to just read from the script, and everybody was doing that. But I memorized all the lines I had to say, and I'm like, all right, I'm not even freaking hold the script in front of my face. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm just gonna say it. I'm comfortable. I'm not a lot of people were anxious and nervous going in there. And I think that if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would be nervous too, because normally that was just how I always have been all my life. Is okay, it's my turn to speak in front of people, and but I wasn't nervous, and I think it's because I do the YouTube. So I wasn't nervous, but I went in there, and my second line, I was my mind went blank, and I'm like, oh man, and I picked up the script and I looked at it, but then after that, I nailed all the rest of them, so... and it wasn't like I wasn't able to do it. So I hope it went well, but I don't know. The guy said after I was done, he goes, that was really good. And I don't know if he really meant that was really good or if he said that to everybody that tried out. So I don't know. Yeah, I auditioned, and I'm telling you now because I forgot. Which also, I don't know what movie it is. They won't tell us, but it's the biggest one filmed in Syracuse. They need 2,000 extras this year, and I was just an extra in a movie back in March, or no, was it May? Just a few months ago here in Syracuse, called The Night House. The guy that did VHS and a couple other things, and I actually got to be right on camera. Like it would just happen to work out that way. I was in there and I was way in the back, and they go, you come on over here. So they put me directly, like I was the closest person to the camera. So I'm sitting there. It was like a wedding scene, and I had to be like, you got to like pretend you're talking. Like, so you're basically pantomiming and you're not really saying anything, but you got to pretend you are. So I'm talking to the other extras, and the camera kind of zooms past my face to the main characters, which were in the middle of us. So I'm like, just doing that. And I was in 2 scenes like that. The other scene, I was right next to them as well in a bar drinking some fake alcohol. Yeah. And then last year, I was in another one in Syracuse where basically I got to ride my bike by the camera out in like a rural neighborhood. I was in The Interpreter with Nicole Kidman and Sean Penn at the United Nations. I'm on the cover of the DVD, but don't look for me because you won't find me. I'm just a silhouette in the background. I was in Monk. Monk Takes Manhattan. I think I showed you guys before. So I walk right by Monk in Times Square. And I was in a few other things. I'm in a Smirnoff commercial. But yeah, like, so that's, this is like a part-time thing. Whenever they need extras, I'm on this list. And, for those of you that do the same thing, you guys know how it is. They'll say, hey, we need extras. And, you either tell them you can make it or you can't. And then they look at your profile and they'll say, okay, we need you, come on in and you can play this part. And basically that's it. So I'll more than likely be able to do that for the movie I just auditioned for, which I probably won't get the part. Actually, I know I'm not going to get the part because it was for a doctor, and I don't look like a doctor. But I thought that if I nailed the part that I was trying to do, then maybe they would pick me for a different part, but definitely not the doctor. So anyway, I'm not SAG. I could be SAG, but I'm not. I'm not SAG yet because I never kept the slips. You need 3 of those slips, and I think I only have. Actually, I probably lost the other one, but I should have at least one. And I never signed up for SAG before, so I'm just completely not SAG, whatever you call that. But anyway, they filmed the movie Slapshot here back in the day. So that was, I think, to date, the biggest movie they filmed here. Also, Bobcat Goldthwait filmed, what was that movie? Something in America that he did a couple years ago. He filmed that here. He's from here. He's actually in one of my videos. Smirnoff commercial a long time ago, back in 2004. And I actually got, so Sidney Pollack was the director of The Interpreter, and I actually was right next to him when he was doing that. And I was actually right next to Nicole Kidman. Like, she was like 5 feet away from me, and I was like, there's Nicole Kidman. She's taller than I thought. Anyway, the Smirnoff commercial, I got lucky there too, because this is like one of the first times I've ever been an extra, and I was there all day. And again, I was way in the background, so I'm like, I probably won't even really be seen in this shot, whatever. So I'm like sitting down way in the background, and the director had, I guess they had like the main girl and the main guy, and they were both sitting at the table around other people, and the camera would like come up on his face. And the director didn't like the main guy. I guess he wasn't tall enough or whatever, but he basically said, hey, go sit down. And he looked over and he pointed at me and he's like, come over here. So he put me up there as the main guy, and I was like, okay. And then the camera went right up in my face, and I don't know. So there, I don't know where this commercial is because this is way back in the day. So, Coming to America. No, not Coming to America. It's what is it? I forget the name of it. Actually, my computer's pretty slow when I'm doing this, but if you guys want to Google like one of the last few movies, it might have been the last movie. No, 2 movies ago that Bobcat Goldthwait directed. I know he did a Bigfoot movie. I forgot what the name of it was. But before that, there was something made in America. No, something in America. Maybe it's not even that. Maybe I'm... Anyway. Yeah, I didn't have to drink Smirnoff either. I had to drink water because I am straight edge. So... I'm also in the ad for Nutrilicious. I had no idea. I actually saw that ad come up, and I'm like, that's me. Like, what the heck? Like, I had no idea. They never told me they were doing that, by the way. Oh, that's cool, Marina. I used to do music videos. That's awesome. Anything I would know? So anyway, I'm going to be doing an update for the Kickstarter film. I had a pretty inspired phone call today, a pretty positive phone call with some people. And God Bless America. Yes, that's the movie. Thank you, Homemade Mama. So that was filmed here in Syracuse. At least some of it was. I don't know if all of it was, but it takes place here in Syracuse. Yeah, send me a link on send me a link through Instagram. I can send you a link. Isn't that like... What is that? I can show you the way. Something Disney. I can't think. Would I ever do a video responding to hate comments? Yes, Jorge. I thought it would be funny to do that. So I've talked about that before. What is the Nutrilicious? It's basically just like a high quality nutritional yeast, and it's really good. And I used it in making my vegan Parmesan cheese. Aladdin, yes. Thanks, John. That's what I thought, but no, The Interpreter was filmed in New York City at the United Nations. We all had to get clearance to go in there. So, when the United Nations, when they have like that scene with, if you see any press conferences, they have that like oval thing with all the representatives sit. That's where we were sitting for our, while we were waiting for the scenes to do. You can tell my nose itches. It's like itching. My nose is itching. Yeah, I used to live in New York City, so right after I graduated college down there, I was a part-time extra for a little bit before I moved back up to Syracuse. Is it fortified? It's got B12. You're going to have to go check that out. Go to their website and check it out because I never really looked into that. Oh, no, I wasn't representing the UN. I was just... They needed extras for, like, so many things. And I was just... I was just a random person walking by New York City in front of the United Nations. In fact, if you watched it, you wouldn't be able to pick me out. I'm pretty far away of the scene that they got me in, and it's right near the beginning, and it's an evacuation scene. So I'm up at the top on the side of the UN, and there's a scene there's a stairway, and there's a bunch of people walking out and going down this ramp on the side of the building. They were evacuating for whatever reason. I've never even watched the whole movie, to be honest, but I'm coming out, and I think I'm the 4th or 5th one over. I'm like the tall one, and that's as best as you see me. But I did get to. They cut me out of other scenes, but I was standing. I didn't see Sean Penn, but I was standing next to Nicole Kidman, so that was cool. Someone's thinking of me when my nose itches. Well, I guess you guys are all watching me, so I'm in your guys' thoughts, right? So that's probably why there's 73 people thinking of me, and I'm itching my nose. Wait, what? Did I miss that? Let me see. Oh, yeah. It's, Robin Williams was actually best friends with Bobcat Goldthwait. I thought that's what you might have been talking about, but no, you were talking about Aladdin. Itchy nose means something different. When your ears are burning, what does itchy nose mean? My ears were ringing earlier, and I kind of like stopped for a second, but I didn't mention it. This one right here. Itchy nose means you're fake. Herbivore life. Oh, go watch a movie with your dad. I don't want to keep you from that. Spend moments with your dad. You can always come back here and watch this later. TOD, I want to do extra work. A lot of movies are filmed in my... What city are you in? I hope Brian does another YouTube house too. Sixth Sense. Yeah. I feel like I do sometimes. Oh, a psychic. Yeah. That's what I thought, but I didn't want to assume. I've never, to my knowledge, I've never been allergic to anything. Maybe alien blood from like the movie Alien, because that's pretty acidic, but I don't know. Everybody's going to Google. What does itchy nose mean? It's surprisingly stopped itching too. Drinking in the field. Well, I'm drinking water. He is great as broccoli. I was just talking to somebody about that at the Vegfest too. A couple days ago. Message retracted. Marmaduke, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, I did hear that it is cheaper to film in Canada. Actually, John and I were talking about that because what Canada gives like they like donate if you're doing a project, they'll like help fund it, right? At least that's what I heard. Allergic to wasp stings. Well, I hear that Vancouver is like the Canadian Hollywood. A lot of shows are filmed there. And in fact, one of my favorite shows, X-Files, was filmed there. Oh, New Orleans. I want to go visit there again. I haven't been there since 96. I haven't seen it since 96, so yeah. But I have a friend that lives there. I think she owns some vegan places too, but I'm not sure what they are. And I guess there's vegan places down there now. There wasn't when I went. Am I into astrology at all? No, I'm not. I'm into astronomy. I guess astrology, I mean, it's fun, but I'm not into it. I found an antidote for itchy nose, and now my head's itching instead. No, I'm just kidding. No, Zeke does not sleep on his crate. In fact, sometimes he gets up on my bed and sleeps on me. Suits, the TV show, filmed in Canada. I don't know Suits. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know it. The vegan itchy nose syndrome. I need to go to Toronto. Everybody was talking about Toronto when I was at Vegfest. Everybody's like, I need to go there. I haven't been there in a long time. John and I actually did a food demo there years ago. And I think I probably told you guys this. This is the one time that I totally, I bombed. It was bad. This is before I was in front of the camera. So I was very insecure. I was very shy, and I couldn't speak in public. But I needed to because we decided to do this food demo they wanted us to do at a public library in Toronto. And the thing about the vegan zombie is I'm the one that created it. It was my idea. And so I have the whole story behind it, whereas John was the face of it, and he would just take direction from me. So I'm the one that really had to talk about how we came up with this. And I was trying to memorize what I was going to say. And yeah, it went bad. I totally mind blanked out. I just lost what I was going to say. And I couldn't, I started talking, and then I just like, my mind went blank, and I just looked at everybody looking at me, and I couldn't think. All I could think was, everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking at me. What do I do? And it wasn't like for like a couple seconds. It was for like 15, 20 seconds. I turned around, and I'm like, and I looked at John. I'm like, what do I say? He's like, I don't know. It was bad. And then finally, after I totally blew it, my face was probably bright red, blushing. I finally pulled it together, and then I was fine the rest of the presentation. And I think the reason why I was fine because I realized that I blew it, so I can't get any worse than I already just was. That's how I passed my driving test too when I was younger. The first thing that I did was I pulled away from the curb when he said, okay, whenever you're ready, go. And I forgot to put the blinker on. He goes, you forgot to put your blinker on. So in my head, I'm like, I failed. And I went from being nervous to being like mad at myself. I'm like, I can't believe it. I failed this. So everything else I did, I wasn't nervous anymore, and I did everything perfect. So when I got done with it, he's like, well, you didn't put your blinker on at the beginning, but I'm going to have to pass you because you did everything else right. But you can't forget to do that. So I'm like, oh, I passed because I wasn't nervous anymore. So that actually helped me out. And I've done presentations since then without John with me to save me, and I've done fine ever since. So I think this whole YouTube thing kind of, I grew as a person. I grew as being able to speak in public and to not be so insecure and not be nervous and just accept that, hey, I'm just as good as anybody else. Why wouldn't anybody want to, if you don't want to hear me, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm here just like everyone else is. So that's kind of what I just told myself, and I was able to overcome that. Anyway, I am an Aquarius. That's correct. January 25. Have I ever been pulled over? I have been pulled over a lot of times, actually, but thankfully, a good majority of the time. Okay, so for eight years, I was a special investigator, and I never flashed my badge per se, but my license was in my badge. So if I got pulled over, I would, grab my badge and pull out my license, and they'd want to see my badge and look at it, and they'd ask what I do, and they would always let me go. So that was like I got out of tickets. I wasn't like, hey, look, I'm an investigator. Like, they would ask the questions. So that kind of got me out of some tickets. But I have got tickets before. And, just for minor things like fleeing after a bank robbery, and another time, no, I'm just kidding. Basically just for speeding. I like to go fast. But I've been really good ever since I had to relinquish that badge. I've been very good trying to not get pulled over. In fact, I did get pulled over a couple months ago, but I don't think the cop actually had how fast I was going. So he gave me a stupid ticket for a dirty license plate, which my license plate was not dirty. So when I went to court for it, I basically said, here's a picture of my license plate before I cleaned it, and here's after I cleaned it. It looked the same. I couldn't clean it. There was nothing to clean. And I'm like, I don't know why he gave me this ticket. He never said anything about the speed, actually, so I knew he didn't have me on radar. But anyways, they dropped it. They dropped it right there. It was weird, though. I had to go up to court and be like, yes, Your Honor. And he's like, all right, have a good day. Anyway. Don't have a dirty license plate. But yeah, I mean, getting pulled over, yeah. I mean, I think I try not to be nervous, but yeah, like if you're getting pulled over, it's like immediately you get nervous. You get nervous. Actually, that reminds me of some crazy stories from when I was younger that led to other things like, oh my God, maybe we'll talk about that in another video because we're almost on 3 hours here. But remind me to tell you guys about my experience when I lived in Gainesville, Florida. I'll remember what to tell you guys. If you guys can remember to tell me that, I'll talk about it because there's a story right there. No, I didn't. I didn't show the judge a picture of my license plate. I showed it to the DA. The DA. And he immediately was like, he kind of laughed and he's like, oh, it's probably for having this around it. He goes, I have the same thing. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna drop it for you. And the thing is I wasn't really. I mean, I got on the on ramp and there was this truck in front of me with like all this crap that was just coming down and it was like blowing off and I didn't want to breathe it through my vents or anything like that. So I simply just went around him and that's all I did. And when I went around him, I sped up and I wasn't going to stay at that speed, but I wanted to pass him. And when I did that, the cop got me and pulled me over. And I was like, man, literally I wasn't even speeding until I tried to go around him. And then I don't think he had me on radar because he never said anything about speeding. He didn't tell me to slow down. He basically just said, I got you for your license plate. And I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. But at least it's not a speeding ticket. So I took it and I didn't argue it. Do I like any New York sports teams? I used to really be into baseball when I was younger, back during the baseball craze of like baseball cards. So I still have a bunch of baseball cards, but I just watched a documentary, like none of them are worth anything anymore when we thought that they were, like, you know, the Ken Griffey Juniors and all that stuff, you know. So I used to really love baseball cards and collecting them, but now I don't. The only thing that I like my hometown Syracuse Orangemen basketball, and I never liked watching sports before, but for some reason, I like watching the basketball team. I really like them. Probably because I never was really into sports. I was always using all my time skateboarding, which is a sport, but it wasn't considered a sport back then. So all my hours I was skateboarding instead of playing basketball or anything. These Lives Back. I've never heard of it. Linda says, don't drive faster than the... Linda, I already know. You shouldn't be talking. Talking about speeding. What else do we have? Have I ever done the online traffic school for... No, I have not. John, I ran today, but I didn't run that far, but I run faster than I normally do, which was good. I needed to get a quick run. Linda's sister is a cop. Isn't one of your sister the judge too? Well, I used to interact with cops a lot too anyway, so, because I used to do loss prevention and stuff, so I was always talking to cops. John had 14,000. I had about that many too. I think some people stole them when I moved to Florida. I moved to Florida when I was 19, and I think some of my brother's friends took some of them. But I have the good ones that I still... And also Garbage Pail Kids. I used to collect them. Do I have a favorite skateboarder? I really like Mike Vallely. He's vegan. I follow him on Instagram, and I've promoted some of his stuff in the past, and I got a couple of his boards. I got the new Barnyard one that he did. And I actually also rode the original way back in the day. I love pickles and I hate mushrooms, Joseph. John sold them all. You're lucky you sold them and you got money from them. I wish I could sell mine. Maybe I can someday. I didn't know which of my brother's friends took them. I just knew they were gone. And that was my speculation. I'm not sure if they even did, but that's what I thought. Sup, Edwin? Yeah, I agree, New Life. Vegan does seem to be a cure for heart issues. If you got heart issues, well, certain ones at least. Not a cure for everything, but definitely heart issues. It can lower your blood pressure. It can lower your cholesterol. And definitely certain foods. But all of those foods happen to be vegan because you're not going to be doing all that with animal products. So, yeah. How much is my autograph worth? My autograph? At least 23 million or so. Dude, my autograph isn't worth anything, but I think that there's this new app that they reached out to me, and I guess Snoop Dogg is on it, and I guess they're like, you can charge for shoutouts and stuff like that, which is pretty much like an autograph. And I'm thinking, like, people actually do this? They pay for a celebrity to shout them out, and they reached out to me to do it. I never signed up for it, but did I see Frank Tufano at the New York Cube of Truth? I actually did. I actually saw it live going on because I follow I don't know how to pronounce her name, Paulo, and she was filming it. She had it live on her Facebook, and I watched it while it was happening. So when Frank actually put out his video, he edited it in a way where it looked like he destroyed Paul. But luckily Paul had his video version of it too, and he showed the whole thing, and sure enough, he's the one that destroyed Frank. So yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I don't... he said some crazy things too, and I've addressed them. And he's also featured me in his video. But he basically says he He doesn't believe people can be vegan long term. And if you are vegan the only way he would believe that you'd be vegan for maybe 5 years or so is if you looked completely deathly ill. Otherwise, if you claim to be vegan like myself for 25 years and, we're healthy and living, a healthy life and we look good, not deficient and emaciated, that we're definitely lying. I've been told in my comments that I'm lying, that I'm actually sneaking meat, and there's no way I can be healthy as a true vegan. And also, they said that I take steroids, which I'm a hardcore vegan, and I'm also straight edge, and I live my life by those two things, no exceptions. So yeah, I think that's funny. It's funny to me. I don't know how old he is, but I'm willing to guess I'm probably been vegan longer than he's been alive. But yet he's coming up with this nonsense that, don't even get me started. Yeah, I started to do that, what was it, last week or the week before? Doing a video on reading my hate comments. But yeah, I think that would be fun. It'd be like a YouTube version of mean tweets. Yeah, John. I know. The herbivore life. Good night. Thanks for watching for 3 hours. Sorry, guys. I guess we'll wrap this up in 4 minutes. That'll make us 3 hours. Marmaduke. Yep. It's probably really late over there, so good night. Yeah, I watched a couple of his videos just to see what kind of nonsense he's spewing out there. And I got to say, I got to make more videos to educate people that he's full of it. Some of the things he says are just ridiculous. Actually, most of the things he says are ridiculous. I don't know how he's making himself believe some of the stuff he's saying. His comments about oatmeal, I'll have to check that out. Effervescent says, don't wrap this up. You've got 68. Yeah, 69 right now. Yeah, there's quite a bit of people watching, and this is my small channel. This is my second channel. Imagine if I did this on the other channel. I probably would lose so many subscribers. For some reason, people don't like it when I go live like this on my main channel. It's 4 a.m. over in Russia. Well, Russia's a really big country, so where you are in Russia, it's 4 a.m. It's probably different time zones than the rest of Russia. Can you see Alaska? I'm just kidding. When am I going to open my food place? When I run out of everything else and I stop doing the YouTube, then I'll do that. I would love to open my own restaurant, but I love doing YouTube even more. And I love being able to travel and do everything that I do with YouTube. So, if I opened a restaurant, I'd be stuck here. I'd have to stay here and, run the place. You can't just let your restaurant run itself, because then it'll start to fail. Cheers from Nova Scotia. I've never been there either. We love the live stream. So I know you guys love the live stream. I don't think everybody does, but you guys have always been there, right? You guys are there for me. And I like the live streams too. I like just being on here. I don't have to worry about editing a video. I can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And you like the t-shirt? I got it from Harmless Threads. She's got a ton of really good shirts. And you can use coupon code ZOMBIE and save a little bit. She's my friend that does harmless threads and tons of awesome designs. How would it bother people doing live streams? I don't know, Jorge, but every time I do a live stream on my main channel, I lose between 30 and 100 subscribers every single time. I don't know why. I don't know if it comes up in their queue and they're like, I don't want this to give me an alert, whatever, but I don't know why. I like doing these. And I always say that I'm going to do more than one a week, and then I don't get to it because I get caught up with other stuff. But if I can, I'll try to do another one of these in a couple days. Maybe we can talk about some of those other things that I want to talk about. It's funny because we started this video off talking about the Impossible Burger, and now we're just talking about whatever, and we're at 3 hours now. So what time is it? It's 9. I should probably get going. Do I like Gardein or Morningstar? I think you mean nuggets better. I really, really like the new vegan Morningstar nuggets. They are probably my favorite nuggets right now. And Morningstar is starting to transition all their foods to vegan now. So they didn't used to all be vegan, but they do have vegan nuggets now, and they got barbecue and buffalo ones. And I think they're really good. My ribs are showing because I'm vegan, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think maybe it's because they get too many notifications. It's like Vegan Zombie just did this. Vegan Zombie just did this. And it's like, no more notifications, unsubscribe. And I think that's what's happening. Because I'll put up a video, okay? They get a notification. Hopefully people are getting, because a lot of people are telling me that they don't get notifications for my videos, and some people are saying they get unsubscribed from my channel. I don't know why. But they get a notification. Okay, Vegan Zombie, you get a notification. And then all of a sudden, Vegan Zombie the next day is live. And it's like, they're like, okay, stop. I don't want any more notifications. Unsubscribe. Boom. And I get quite a few of those. I'm at 172,000 followers now, but I was at 172,000 like a month ago, and then I lost it. I went back down to 171, and I just finally made it to 172 again. So like it comes and it goes, and it does that. I don't know. Anyway, I said I would wrap this up in a few minutes. It's been a few minutes. Thank you all for staying on this long. I'm surprised we still have this many people on, but we will reconvene shortly in a couple days or so. If not, definitely next Wednesday. So everybody stay safe. Watch out for zombies. Have a great night. And Zeke and I will see you later. Indy's in the other room. So good night.